Hi all signs and welcome to Esotera Tarot. My name is Lydia and today I'm going to be doing our first 4 ACES reading of 2026. Thank you to everyone for being here, and if you're new to the channel then welcome. Thank you for sharing your energy here with me today, and if you've been here before then welcome back. As usual, I will be putting a section just at the beginning of the video, just straight after this intro, that explains what the 4 ACES is and what the spread means for those of you who are unfamiliar, and where you can then jump to your timestamp and we'll just get straight into the reading. And as usual, I set the intention for all of these readings for your sun, moon, rising and Venus. And we're starting with new shorts, so there's going to be shorts out again for every individual sign reading, so you can take a little sample of the reading before you dive into the long form video, just to double check that it is for you and that it's resonating. And then I'm also starting my random tarot for a random person, so they'll be rolling out soon, and they're just going to be more general readings rather than focusing on individual star signs and placements. I'm just going to pull the cards and see what the message is, and if it resonates, it resonates. And with that, guys, I'm just going to jump into the explanation of the 4 ACES, as we don't really have many channel updates, apart from we have a new mug. I'm sorry, we have a new mug on the channel. Yeah, look at it, it's a special tarot mug. I got it for Christmas. Thank you, mother. So we have a new mug to add to the collection, but otherwise everything is pretty much as normal, and it just feels so nice. It feels so nice. I really missed you all. It's been great this week getting started on the individual side readings, and next week we will be rolling into yours and theirs readings and just the usual. But this week we're carrying on with the 3-month predictions, and I hope that they're helping people. I hope they're resonating. I'm super excited about 2026 and what is going to come along for us all, watching the channel grow even more, seeing how the energies unfold for you guys. So I am here for it if you are. And don't forget to give the video a little like, a little thumbs up if it's resonating with you, and let me know in the comments what's going on with you guys, because I love to see it, because I see the energy here but I don't get to see the details. So if you guys could let me know in the comments below what's actually happening and how the energies are resonating for you and how they're playing out in your physical life, it's always super interesting. I'm always down there responding to people and chatting and everything like that. So yeah, let me know, drop a comment. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the meaning of the cards now for those of you who are new to the 4 ACES spread. So the 4 ACES really covers 4 aspects of life. It does usually cover different angles or interpretations of the same subject or theme, but sometimes I do see separate themes come up as well. So for example, the Ace of Swords, I might see something say about your home life there, and then maybe at the Ace of Wands it might be a more personal issue, maybe a romantic issue, usually that comes up under the Cups. Under the Ace of Pentacles I might see work, but generally speaking I always start with the Ace of Swords. That's clarity, it's mental energy and focus, it's what's on your mind. That way we can quickly identify whether or not this is your reading, because ACES does represent conscious thought. I then move into the Ace of Cups. That's the heart space. It's what you're drawn towards, but also what might be drawn towards you as well. We have themes of love, connection, love of all forms, by the way, not just romantic. I'll see family love under there as well. I can see friendship under there as well. And I also see themes of healing and heartbreak, if that's going on for you too. We then move into the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands represents intention and spirit. It's what you want to do, or what maybe someone else intends towards you as well. It's will and drive, as well as passion. And then we move into the Ace of Pentacles. They're your real world tangible results. So I often get the outcome that's under the Ace of Pentacles, but we also get themes around work, money, investments and general stability come out under the Ace of Pentacles as well. And then once I have clarified each of these cards for you, I then pull a challenge in each of the areas. Just a little heads up. I call them challenges, but they tend to come out either as challenges or opportunities as well. Just a little something that you might want to be aware of that might help you to get from where you are, from where it is you're trying to go. And then as usual, I finish off by pulling some general advice from the universe. So if you are ready, thank you so much for listening to my little presentation about the 4 Aces, guys, and I will see you over at your timestamp. Hello Aries, again leading the pack again as usual. Welcome to your 4 Aces reading. I'm going to jump straight in for those of you who are familiar with the 4 Aces. If you aren't familiar with the 4 Aces, just jump back a notch. I have time-stamped a little section where I just run through quickly what each of the 4 Aces mean, and we're just going to jump straight in and see what's on your mind, Aries, what you're thinking about. Starting with the Ace of Swords. Can you please show me the Ace of Swords for Aries, please? The Ace of Swords for Aries. Ooh. The Ace of Swords for Aries, please. The Ace of Swords for Aries. Show me Aries, please. The Ace of Swords for Aries. The Ace of Swords for Aries, please. The Ace of Swords for Aries. What's your focus, Aries? What's going on? Page of Swords, okay. The Sun and Temperance. Okay, so something's come to light for you over time. I don't know if it's about yourself, could be another energy. It could also be something that had begun for you in Sag season, because we've got Temperance here. But you've reached a state of clarity over a situation. You're now wanting to gather more information on what to do next. Okay, so you've gone from, aha, I understand, yes, I know what's going on, to, okay, now what am I going to do about it? I'm not seeing tons and tons of rumination, so I don't believe you're stuck in your head about this. I think you're just trying to gather as much information as you can before making a decision or performing an action or something towards either yourself or a situation. Now when I say situation, that can either be a person, it could be a situation towards yourself, something an inner knowing, or it could be towards an opportunity or something like that. Let's go to the Ace of Cups. That usually gives us the details on what this situation actually is, because it's something that is felt here. Okay, I think something that you might have been shut out in the dark over for a little while. You gave it some space, you gave it some time, you allowed it to balance out, and then you're like, okay, right, now I know what I want to do, but how am I going to do it? Okay, let's go into the Ace of Cups. Yeah, your happiness, your personal happiness, the lovers. Yes, there's another person here in your energy. Connecting to another, sharing with another. How do we make this happen? How do we make this work? The King of Swords. Okay, you're preparing to have a conversation with someone, or they're preparing to have a conversation with you. I don't clarify with the 4 Aces, so the energies can be running either way. Lots and lots of clarity over a connection for you and whether or not this is actually going to work out, but you're feeling actually pretty good about this. You're trying to balance your expectations in this connection, Aries, so you're trying not to be away with the fairies, daydreaming or projecting. You want to deal with what's real, you want to deal with truth of feelings. So there are feelings here. 10 of Cups. This is your shared feeling. 10 of Cups is shared emotions here. There are shared emotions with you and another, but you are really trying to make it very clear that you are both on the same page. You both know what your true happiness is, what both your goals are, and whether or not just your energy is aligning, but your ideas, your thoughts, your values are aligning as well. But it's actually quite a nice little journey of explanation of each other. They seem to be as invested in exploring you as you are with them, which is wonderful, Aries. I like it. Okay, can I get the Ace of Wands, please? The Ace of Wands. And I see you've been in contact with this person for some time now. I'm getting months, maybe a couple of months, I said, maybe back from Sag season. But it's now reaching that point of, okay, I'm starting to understand this person, I'm starting to get to know this person, and more importantly, Aries, your idea of what happiness is and whether or not this is matching that idea of what happiness is. Okay, let's get the Ace of Wands. Okay, right. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Magician, and we have Justice. You. Earlier when I said you weren't getting in your head, I think there might be a tendency, if you are not careful, to get in your head just a little bit. Try not to focus too much on getting everything perfectly right. There's almost a tendency here for perfection, which I normally see in the more earthier signs. They kind of grasp onto like things must be a certain way. Aries tend to be a bit more fluid. You get that with fire signs. You tend to be like, yeah, do you know what, we'll go with what feels good at the moment. But I think as things tend to get more serious for you in this connection, you then begin to worry. Even though in the reality everything seems quite fine, Justice in the Magician. It seems that things are manifesting from a stable place, from the correct place, but there's something here on your mind still. Maybe there's a worry that things may fall out of place. Almost, this is too good to be true. Now, this is when self-sabotage starts coming online. And I see that you may be really trying to pull yourself back from doing that. Self-sabotage comes from overthinking. And you've got a little streak of that in there. Okay. That you are trying to pace yourself. And you understand pacing is key here. With the Page of Swords, you've got a little bit of a playing it cool vibe to you, Aries, at the moment. But underneath the surface, there's a little stress. I'm not too worried about it. The rest of the cards are really holding up the rest of this reading, telling me that for the most part, the energy between the two of you is actually pretty good. There may be some misreading of intentions and actions coming in. So, for example, maybe they don't contact you for 2 days. You think, oh no, I've lost them, I've lost interest, or there may have been an emergency. They might have been dealing with something, or vice versa. That's happening the other way around. Again, the energies could run either way, so take it as it resonates. There is some dissatisfaction of how things are going, even though it is coming from, at least in terms of intention, coming from a just place. Whoever this is you're connecting to and you to them, both want this to turn out okay. It's perhaps misreading in the approach that may be occurring here, because it's falling under the Ace of Wands, which is intention. There's some questioning over the intentions. This may be also why you are trying to hold back a little bit, because you maybe need more evidence. You need to get them to see them doing more for you, or more of a certain behaviour, or more of a certain demonstration of a value system before you invest in that fully. I will warn against it only in terms of setting expectations. So it's perfectly fine and also advisable to have standards, Aries, but once you start setting expectations and you start worrying that people are not meeting those expectations, then is the time to actually worry about whether or not your values are aligned. I'm not seeing that here though, at least in the terms of emotion, the emotionality of the connection. Both of you seem to want this as much as each other, but the way it's showing up, there's a little bit of a distortion there. But the distortion seems to be coming from the mind, not actually from the actions. Something to consider. Okay, let's get to the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this came out very much on its side. That's how I take it. Yes. Yes. A worry around the balance of give and take. Very, very common. Is this actually, even though the emotions are there, is this showing up correctly in real life? Six of Pentacles is very much with the real balances, weights and measures. Less so than Justice. Justice is, with it being major arcana, is almost the spiritual energy of give and take and the potential for that. It's more of an overarching theme of life, okay? Something that your soul is seeking. Pentacles shows up in reality, especially under the Ace of Pentacles, and you are like this. I think sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And this is throwing you into Nine of Swords energy. Okay, can we get a few more to get Ace of Pentacles, please? Yes, Three of Pentacles. And the Four of Swords. Still further questioning on whether or not this fully aligns to you. And you're basing that questioning on real results, which is great, Aries. Don't for a second think that that is not. You're actually weighing up the reality next to the fantasy. Fantasy's great there. This is why we have so much conversation happening over here. This is why we have so much communication and mental energy. But you realise, and I'm not telling you this, you realise there's only so far that a conversation can go. I think the energies and tensions that are connected to you are on point and are there. There is an alignment here of swords. Like I said, this is value agreements. This is feeling energetically aligned, energetically at peace. And then we get to the Three of Pentacles, which is like, okay, this is boots on the ground. Let's demonstrate this now. And I think it's not quite stable. This could be expected if the connection is relatively new, but if you are still got sideways Six of Pentacles, say after 5 years, that may be a time when you'll maybe want to question whether or not you still want to waste any more time on this. Now, I'm not saying you're wasting time. That was a wrong choice of words. Spend any more time on this. You are mostly a debate in that. And in the physical, it's showing up as a half effort, either on your part or on their part. The intention is there, but the actual showing up, that comes and goes in waves. I'm going to pull some challenges now in each of these areas, just to see if there's anything that you need to be aware of, Aries. Ooh. Anything that might help or hinder you. Okay. Oh, the Four from the beginning. This is quite a new connection to you. I'm really getting Sag season with Temperance. Doesn't have to be, can be. Okay. Anything else for the Ace of Cups there, please, for Aries? The Ace of Cups. I think also when something is new, it's also a little bit nerve-wracking because you're still in the phase of getting to know each other. But you are approaching it wonderfully, Aries. You really are. You're in your stride here. The Moon in reverse, yes, discovery. You and this person are in the process of discovering each other, discovering how you turn up for each other, how you both operate individually in your own lives, and whether or not they can actually come together harmoniously together as a team or a partnership. Moon in reverse is the slow uncovering of truth. Yeah, what's fantasy and what is real? Because I see there's been a lot of fantasy going on, if you know what I mean. Not judging you for it, you know, that's normal. But now it's time to actually action on those, and the results you're getting are mixed. Okay, for the Ace of Wands, yeah, again, learning. Page of Pentacles, learning. This is a new connection. Yes. You're learning if the person can stand up to what it is that they've said, or maybe even the picture that you have painted of them in your heads. Now, I'm not trying to call you out for that, Aries. That we all do that. But if you've got somebody who is pushing more of the fantasy than the reality, then that's a problem. But you're looking at them and you are being patient and you're waiting to see what happens. You are aware this is new. You're prepared to give them a little bit more time, hoping that the scales may balance out a little bit more as time progresses. Okay, can we please see the Ace of Pentacles? Temperance. Time will tell. That's all I've got for you, Aries. I wish I could be more specific and say yes they will, no they won't. I can't do that because this person you're connecting to has free will. Free will can turn on a penny, Aries. People can be fickle. So the advice, I'm going to pull universal advice to you, but over time, you will see. Keep an eye on how they're showing up for you. I'm not saying a yes or a no. The Six of Pentacles is on its side. This is a lesson, or at least a experience. I don't like saying lesson because it's so heavy. You say lesson, people assume it's bad. No, lessons can be good. You can learn good lessons as well. Yeah, this is an experience you need to go through yourself, Aries. Part of your soul development. I've just spotted a rogue card in here for you. 1 second, let's grab it. Who is that for Aries, please? Somebody's in there. I see you. There you are. 10 of Pentacles. Your stability. This is a question of your stability. Does this person fit into your material environment or not? Do they slide in effortlessly, like they've been there, like part of the furniture, or are they struggling against it? It's the things that are stable and show up for you and that are real that you want to focus on at this time, Aries. Again, I'm not saying this person is not. That's just a little clue, or at least a little framework that the universe offers to you at this time. And to ask yourself that. Are they sliding into my life quite nicely, like a missing puzzle piece? Or are you having to jam that puzzle piece in there? Just something to consider, that's all. Okay, advice from the universe, please, for Aries. Advice from the universe for Aries, please. Yeah, Four of Stones, protection. Yes, you don't rush and change and move your life around them. Like I said, it's like slotting puzzle pieces together. So protect what is yours. Don't reveal your hand too soon. Don't give over everything all at once. I don't think you are. That may be a lesson that you had to learn previously. Yeah, there we go. Two of Cups, the Lovers. Okay, yes. How do you come together? And the Five of Vessels, ecstasy. Now the Five of Vessels is the Five of Cups, but this is about learning from mistakes, not dwelling in them. Okay, don't anticipate that a mistake is going to repeat over and over in a cycle. If you can learn from them, if you can grow from them, and if you're connecting to an energy that does the same, then well, the world is your oyster. But yeah, the advice from the universe is protect yourself, protect your own heart. This is actually the journey and I guess exercise of self-preservation and self-protection. Not throwing yourself in, waiting to see if they show up for you, and then if they connect, they connect. Some of you that may have been overcoming an issue here with the Five of Cups, maybe there was a misunderstanding or something like that in the past between the two of you. It looks like the energy is there to work that out quite nicely. And actually to grow together from that, rather than make it come apart. But either people will or they won't. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. And or hype. It's a hype. Hype's the new one, right? Oh, thank you so much for sharing your energy here with me, Aries, in the Zen Den. I love and appreciate you as usual. And until the next one, guys, take care. Okay, next up we have Taurus. I'm just cleaning up Taurus and taking my time today, because normally my cards fly all over the place when I try and do it quickly. So if you're chilling with me here in no man's land, thank you very much. I love and appreciate you for keeping me company. I will be with you shortly, my lovelies. Okay, that's all the cards going in. So I'm trying to go fast now, and things are making a mess. It's making a mess. I'm a Virgo, I don't like mess. Okay, and we're with you now. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Esotera Tarot. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the 4 ACES reading, there's a timestamp at the beginning of the video where I run through the spread and what it means. For those of you who are familiar, we're just going to jump straight into your Ace of Swords and see what's on your mind. Okay, can you show me Taurus, please? Can you show me Taurus? Can you show me Taurus, please? Can you show me Taurus? Taurus, please. Can you show me Taurus? Can you show me Taurus, please? What's going on for Taurus with the Ace of Swords? Okay, that wanted to reverse itself. Queen of Wands in reverse. Oh, Taurus, what's that? All about the 6 of Wands and the World. Oh, my darlings. Yeah, I felt that one. You've closed out a cycle. You knew it was the right thing to do, but you didn't want to do it. Okay. Now, I don't know if it's with a person or a situation. Sorry. I should probably do that in the card cleanup, have my drink, because I know some people don't like sipping. You're feeling a little bit down about it, but you're like, I did it. It was incredibly difficult for you to do, so in that you can claim some victory. You came out with your dignity intact. You came out, I don't want to say you got the upper hand, maybe some of you literally did, but that's how you should kind of view it in a way. I don't know the nature of how it ended, how painful. I'm sure there's pain there. They show me, yeah, I did it, I overcame it, I got out of the cycle. It was a difficult cycle, it was a long cycle, I did what I had to do, but I didn't want to do it. That was Queen of Wands telling me that. There's both empowerment and disempowerment here. I think the empowerment is in the physical, because you knew it was the right thing to do. You know that it reflected best on you if you did it, to them, to others, to yourself. You stuck to your values, you stuck to your beliefs, you stuck to the keeping your self-respect, self-dignity and self-worth. But at the same time, there is disappointment that the connection, whatever this was, did not work out. This is not what you wanted to do. You saw a vision, you saw a hope, you saw a future, you put part of yourself into this in good faith. It didn't pan out the way you wanted, but you're like, okay, I'm going to take it on the chin and I'm going to move forwards. I've been there, Taurus, I get it. Okay, let's go to the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, what's going on there? Ace of Cups, please. What's going on in that lovely heart space of yours, Taurus? Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Three of Cups, okay. The Hermit, okay. And the Star. This was not going at the pace or direction that you wanted. So here with the Star, that's your little hope of what this was. You had to separate yourself into hermit mode from this. This connection, while it felt good, did not run as deep or as meaningfully as you wanted it to. You had to withdraw. It became heavy. It stopped being fun and became more of something you had to manage, increasingly manage more by yourself than as part of a team. There are other energies here, Three of Cups. Felt good, yeah. It was fun, yeah, it was. But there's a time when more is needed to sustain certain connections. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. And there will say, you might have a friend, great to go out to the bar with. But if you want to have a heart-to-heart conversation, they're not there for you. They're not interested. They don't care. Or maybe they're reckless with your emotions. They just want to get back to the party. That's where their priorities lie. In the good times, in the feel good, which shows me a lack of accountability for some pain that's been caused. The Hermit's telling me about the pain, the upset, the feeling that you're useful maybe only for one thing and one thing only. Whatever that one thing is. Take your pick, Taurus. It's your reading. Take it as it resonates. No, the true person of who you are, they didn't want to see that. They didn't want to explore that with you. They didn't want to grow with you. There was no growth. There was no growth. It just stayed at one level, one dimensional, one kind of shallow connection. Whereas for you, it went deeper, but that depth was not matched on the other side. So you had to go. You had to distance yourself from what you thought was once your star. I think at one time when you were connecting, it did feel really good. It felt really nice and it uplifted you. So I'm not trying to call out this person and say they're terrible, they mistreated you. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. At the beginning though, you're showing me that at the beginning it felt good. At the beginning it felt right. At the beginning it fit. At the beginning it was a breath of fresh air that you needed. It was a new dream, a new hope, possibly from something else, a distraction from something else, I'm not sure. But your feelings began to deepen, but on the other side, you weren't getting that energy match. Even if their feelings were deepening or not, they weren't going to show you. So there was a time now that you had to step away. Okay, I get it, Taurus. Can I get the Ace of Wands, please? We need the Ace of Wands for Taurus. This is your intention, spirit drive. Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. The Fool, yeah, you want new. You're like, this isn't me, justice, yeah. And the Knight of Wands, yes, 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 yes. Oh, lovely. You are more than ready for a new beginning, my lovelies. You're like, this is what I don't want, now I need to go find what I want. There's an element of bravery to it as well. The healing will come. The healing will come. It's almost like you heal as you go along. I don't normally read justice as healing, but I'm getting that there. I'm seeing you feeling a little bit lopsided at the moment because you were not adequately supported by these other energies or this other energy. As you go along the Knight of Wands, and you don't really know where you're going to, but you're like, you know, I don't know where I'm going, but I know I can't stay here. And as you go in some direction, you choose, even if you just point at a map blindly, you choose to go, and as you go, you start then balancing back up the other way, which tells me that you start healing again. And then this beautiful new path starts opening up for you as you go. Oh, that's great. And you're more than ready. Ace of Wands is spirit and soul. Your soul is more than ready for this, Taurus. More than ready for this. I think this was just sad. I normally say tiring or energetic depletion, but I'm gonna name the kettle as the kettle is. It's just sadness on this side of the board here. Well, can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please? You're tired of feeling sad. You want some fun, you want some frolicking again, but not the type that connects you to another person. That will come later. Right now, you just want to enjoy your own spirit, you want to enjoy your own direction and manifesting your own life. Right, Ace of Pentacles, please. It wants me to go from the bottom of the deck, which is really unusual. Time, yeah, time to balance out. 10 of Pentacles, and there you go. Then you start picking up a momentum. As this new path opens up for you, something emerges. Something to do with your stability. Strong sense of community. Friends, family are here to support you in your healing. Temperance is one of the most powerful healing cards you can get. And I say it's about balancing out. What was I saying? You feel a bit like unsupported. You feel unsupported. Over time, that balance comes up. There's other people around you. 10 of Pentacles, and the people around you. Friends, family, community, colleagues. And it's almost like you go rushing into their arms and they come rushing to help you in equal return, which is really beautiful, Taurus, that you've got that level of support. Not everybody does. It's great. And they really help you balance you up, heal, help piece you back together. You're not alone. Okay, let's bring up some challenges or opportunities. I'm reframing that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a challenge. Let's start with the Ace of Wands. Sorry, Ace of Swords. I'm jumping ahead, Taurus. I'll keep an eye on me today. Right, for the Ace of Swords, we have the Moon, the unknown. Yeah. The part of this almost became a bit of a habit for you, maybe. There was an attachment there. You were attached to this, but now it's like, I don't know what the outcome's going to be. I don't know. You don't need to know. You're exactly where you need to be, Taurus, which is in partly known, partly unknown part of your journey. You know what you're leaving behind. What's in front of you, you don't know. And that almost makes moving on harder. If you had like a solid outlined path ahead of you, you can go, right, I can focus on that instead. It would be easier. But your challenge is, I guess, to find one. Yeah, 7 of Cups, choices. You have choices. You have a couple of new opportunities opening up for you soon. You have to choose what it is that you want to do next. What do you want to focus on next? Where do you want to put your energy next? Because you've withdrawn your energy from this, but that energy is going to want to go somewhere else. So you might have a few things. It might just be, you know, I want to get into a new TV series, from I want to start a new business. It could be literally anything. But they'll start opening up to you now. Okay, for the Ace of Wands. Now, yeah, look, it's in reverse. Yeah. You're going to miss them, of course you are. This is the period and process of separating your energy from another. How do I go on without them? What do I do now while I'm not texting them for 5 hours a day? Well, you've got 5 hours a day to do something magical and amazing for yourself, which is new and exciting, right? Okay, and then we've got the Ace of Pentacles here for Taurus, please. The Ace of Pentacles. The World, yeah. There's an opportunity in this ending that you do not yet see. You will, because I see you picking up as you go along. If not, just the opportunity to reconnect with others around you that you may not have spent so much time with recently. And then you meet from them, you go to another opportunity and another opportunity. And the next thing you know, you've built yourself a whole new life, Taurus. Who knows? Right, can I get some advice for Taurus, please? Some advice for Taurus. Advice for Taurus, please. Advice for Taurus, please. Advice for Taurus. Yeah, 9 of Cups in reverse. Your cups are not full, my darlings. Your cup is depleted. It's empty. Okay? The right way up, that's wish fulfillment. This isn't what you want anymore, even. I mean, you're sad to close it out, but did you want the drudgery of trying to keep this together? I mean, trying to make this deepen to where you wanted it to be? No, you don't want that. You want things to open up to you naturally, like a flower, right? It's the Knight of Arrows again. Something's rushing in towards you. Things to do with this community. King of Vessels, King of Cups, yeah. Your heart will heal. Your heart space will heal. And when it does, something that actually can rise to meet you in a more serious way will appear. I mean, you've been dealing with Three of Cups energy at the moment. You deserve more than a Three of Cups. You want a king, Taurus. Something that just amazes you. And you've also got a lot of love around you that you can access whenever you need, through your community, through your contacts, through the people who love and nurture and know you. There's lots of support around you, Taurus, at the moment. You aren't on your own. And just let others fill up your cups for a little while and fill up your own, and you will get there. Anyway, Taurus, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonates with you. Thank you so much for joining me here at Esotera Tarot. I love having your energy here as usual. And until the next time, my lovelies, take care. Oh, and I keep forgetting to remind people that I've opened up my written readings. My written readings are still there, so if you want a more personal take on this situation, pop down there. I've got readings for all budgets, so check those out. Anyway, I'll let you go now, Taurus. Thank you for listening to my spiel, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, next up we have Gemini. Hello, Gemini. My precious gems. Let me just tidy up Taurus's cards here, and I will be right with you. Thank you for chilling with me in no man's land that I call card cleanup. I hope you're all wonderful, Gemini. I hope you're having had a fantastic Christmas and New Year. And I hope you're ready for 2026. I am very much interested and looking forward to seeing what's coming forward for you, at least this week in the Four Aces. Hi Gemini, and welcome to your Four Aces reading. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Four Aces, there is a timestamp section at the beginning of the video where I run through the spread and what they mean. For those of you who are familiar, let's just jump straight into your Ace of Swords. Okay, can you show me the Ace of Swords please for Gemini? The Ace of Swords for Gemini, please. The Ace of Swords for Gemini. The Ace of Swords for Gemini, please. Ace of Swords for Gemini. Okay, what's going on? Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords has been a busy man. Oh, Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I love that. And, oh God, the King of Wands. What, Gemini? What's happened? Beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. You are determined to move forwards from something or someone. You're like, nothing's going to stop me. Get out of my way. You're standing in my way. You're getting an elbow. Get out of the way. But what I love about this is very controlled on your part. You've got a plan, Gemini. You've got a plan. Knight of Pentacles told me. Yeah, okay. Something that you're really passionate about, that you're determined to move towards, and it seems like it is moving towards you as well. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a person. It can be a person. When I say it's moving towards you, it can also be an opportunity coming in. I'm reminded of the saying when luck is when opportunity meets preparation. That's totally the vibe that you're going for. You're like, do you know what? I'm prepared for the opportunity when it does arrive. It's like you expect it, you know it. You're like, this is inevitable. If I keep up this drive, if I keep up this passion, it's inevitable. This is coming my way. It's mine. I claim it. I'm taking it. Oh, that's a very powerful energy to start the year with, Gemini. Is everyone watching Gemini? They're showing us how it's done. Okay, let's get into the Ace of Cups then, please. The Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups there. I think we'll see what it is in the Ace of Cups. King of Pentacles. Well, 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 well. Okay. Oh, here we go. The Six of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Ooh, okay. Gemini. So I don't think what you're moving towards is person in particular. That's not what I was getting. Not in your conscious mind, anyway. There is another soul connection attached to you on this journey with you, but the thing is, I don't think you're aware of them. You're moving towards your stability. You just want better for yourself. So that's either I'm going to go on extra training courses so I get that promotion, or I'm going to start that new business, or I'm going to buy a bigger house, I'm going to buy a bigger car, whatever it is. That's your focus, and you're determined to get there, and you're not going to stop. You're at Knight of Pentacles energy at the moment. You're not going to stop till you get to the King, right? You're like, I know where I am. You have a step-by-step Gemini plan for 2026. There's another energy next to you, though. Now, I'm not clarifying, but either they don't know what you're doing, or you're not aware of them. You could not be aware of them at all. So this could be, you know, soul journey, soul path stuff that the universe has got two energies running together. They don't know each other, that are going to meet at a separate point. So even though your intention is to build a better life for yourself, there might be a life partner on the way for you. It's about keeping yourself open to the prospect of others, or someone to come and help you in this endeavour. Either way, I don't think you're in contact, or you're not aware of this person at the moment. I'm just going to go into the Ace of Wands now. I have a feeling if you are aware of them, we will see that, because Ace of Wands is intention, and you can't intend towards someone if you don't know who they are, right? Okay, can I see the Ace of Wands, please? Can I see the Ace of Wands? There is certainly someone on this path, though, whether you're aware of them or not. Okay, can I get the Ace of Wands, please? The Ace of Wands. Queen of Wands. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. The Five of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh. Right, okay. I don't know if you're aware of this person or not. Some of you, I think, maybe. So you show me someone of your energetic equal. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Alright, very drawn together. A very spiritual couple. So again, this could still be a spirit journey for you, that you are actually, through the pursuit of one thing, inadvertently get drawn to another. That's been confirmed. However, I see when you are connected to whoever this is, or when that does connect, if you haven't connected already, there is a tension for you, not for between you two, for you between, is this going to distract me from my goals of self-improvement? Queen of Pentacles. We've also got the King and Queen of Pentacles on the table. That's the marrying King of Queen. That is quite incredible, actually. Very rarely do we get two court couples on the table together. But for you, the Five of Swords is here. For you, there is a worry of, oh, I'm doing so well in my material, and like say if you're studying, for example, you've been spending 20, 30 hours a week studying, this amazing energy turns up in your life, you want to spend time with them, but it takes away from your study. That's going to be a concern for you. Do you have the time for this person? Can you fit this person into your life? Is there space for them, essentially? You want there to be, and I see you spending some time in that direction when they arrive, if they've not arrived already. But there is a worry. You're like, no, maintaining your stability is a priority here, which is excellent, Gemini. Absolutely excellent. You work too hard back here. You're not giving that up easily. You've grown a lot. You will be growing a lot in your stealth, in your stability. For many of you, financially, or at least the potential of financially if you're studying. But a passion shows up on your doorstep, and it's very, very, very attractive. It matches you very well. You're both very, very driven. So this might be someone you meet at work or at college or wherever it is you're doing your material-based stuff. It's on that journey. That there's a conflict between passion and work, responsibilities and whims. What feels good and what's the right thing to do. Very interesting, Gemini. Okay, can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please? Can I get the Ace of Pentacles? The Ace of Pentacles. Six of Swords. The Empress. And Judgment. Oh. Some of you make a decision to take a distance from this. be honest with you. Not because you don't care, not because you don't want them. You are so focused on prioritising your own personal growth. You choose yourself. No matter what happens, you choose yourself, which is the right thing to do. Of course it is. I hope it's not, but maybe it's one of those right person, wrong time situations. And people say that, oh, they can't be the right person if they turned up at the wrong time. Absolutely they can. Of course they can. You know? It happens. Timing can be off. It can. Six of Swords is a bit of a to be continued, though. I think it's more of a, not right now, maybe later. You're saying that. You want to perfect yourself first and ensure your own stability first before you let this thing get carried away with this thing. Because you just don't want to be drawn away from your pentacle energy at this time. Okay, Gemini. Very wise. Very difficult to do. I very much admire that. Okay, Gemini. Like I said, I don't see you disconnecting from them entirely, but I see you trying to take at least mental energy away from them. So if you've been texting every day, you're like, do you know what, I can only touch base with you 3 times a week or once a week or something like that. There's some distance created for the purpose that your growth can continue. Not that they've done anything, not that you've done anything. This is personal growth. They're like, yeah, I like it, but not right now. Can I get the Ace of Swords, please? The Ace of Swords. King of Wands, yeah. Using that power and drive to get what you want. Oh, you are very focused. You are in your element. You are not taking any prisoners, Gemini. King of Wands energy is around you very, very strong. Whether you're a man or a woman, we're not reading genders here. The King of Wands is extroverted. He's a leader. He pushes forwards, but he knows when to stop. Okay? So he knows he needs to take care of himself and his kingdom and all of that as well. But progress, progress, progress. Moving forwards, forwards, forwards. That's the name of the game for you, Gemini, at this time. Okay, can I get the Ace of Cups, please? Ace of Cups. The Page of Wands. Yes, something opens up for you along the way. Something that makes you curious. Something that piques your interest. Something that's like, what could this be? It's fun, it's light, it's nice, it's very attractive to you. It's coming up as an opportunity and a challenge. Of course it is. I mean, you need to let your hair down a little bit, Gemini. Like, you know, it can't be all work, 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 work. You're just being careful not to let this connection consume you because you want to stick to your responsibilities first and foremost, which is wise. Okay, let's get the Ace of Wands, please. No, yes, that's your roles, responsibilities. It's on its side. You were like, oh. The Hierophant is about commitments, contracts, responsibilities, structures. And you're like, got my responsibilities, but you also feel a little bit responsible towards them. Not that I don't think they're making you feel that way. I think you want to be there for them, you know. We do have to take responsibility for how we show up in other people's lives. You know, you don't want to do a half-assed job at work, but you also don't want to do a half-assed job in this connection either. So it's like, how do I do it? Yeah. Let's get the Ace of Pentacles. Again, if you have not met this person, I don't think we've got the Eight of Swords on the table. I think some of you have not met this person yet, but you will shortly. Some of you have. Oh, we've got 2. Put my wands down here. Okay, we've got 2 for the Ace of Pentacles. For those of you who read tarot. For those of you who don't believe in tarot, well. I don't know why you'd be here, but maybe. Torn between your path, your new beginning, and this new attachment. Now, don't be fooled, Gemini. Just because it's the devil doesn't mean it's a bad attachment. It just means an attachment. Okay? That's your challenge. Oh dear, I'm on my lovely new beginning and my new path all by myself, and something shows up. that might potentially derail me, but things are going to derail you, Gemini, in so much as you're going to allow them to derail you, and it doesn't look like you're allowing it, so I'm not too bothered about that, you know. I'm not too, no, not bothered, wrong word, worried. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. Okay, right. Can I get some universal advice for Gemini, please? Universal advice for Gemini. Universal advice for Gemini, please. Universal advice for Gemini. The Four of Bows in reverse. That's commitment in reverse. Came out reverse. We take it reverse. Okay. More for Gemini, please. Two of Vessels. Gemini. King of Wands in reverse. Now, okay, this King of Wands is very unflattering depiction. I mean, whoever designed this deck had it in for the King of Wands, because he's literally a barrel of snakes in this card. He isn't. It's just you've got King of Wands here, King of Wands here. You're showing me yourself as a King of Wands, your drive to determination to get to your goal. You're worried when you meet this person, it's going to go the wrong way round. That you're going to drop your drive and determination because they're so much fun and you want to spend all your time with them. That's why the Four of Wands, which is normally the card of commitment and coming together, is reversed. It's like, I can't commit to this fully because I've got these responsibilities. And that's the right thing to do. The universe is just, or your higher self is just reflecting back to you the situation. And when it does that without really giving any advice, it's because it's like, you got this, kid. You know? So I'm not worried about you, Gemini. Anyway, I'm going to have to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me here at Esotera Tarot, guys. Thank you for lending me your energy for the reading, and if you want to take a deeper dive into this situation specifically for you, check the description box below for all of my one-to-one personal readings. I do written readings, and I also do one-to-one Zoom readings. And with that, Gemini, I'm going to love you and leave you, and until the next one, take care. Okay, next up we've got Cancer. My cool crabs are in the house. How are you doing, guys? Welcome to your 4 Aces reading. I am just tidying away Gemini's cards, so please bear with me one moment. Here we go. We are ready in 2, 2, 3, 1. Clearly counting is not my forte, guys. Anyway. Hi Cancer, welcome to your 4 Aces reading. Today we are jumping into your 4 Aces. Why am I telling you that twice? I don't know. Bear with me, Cancer, bear with me. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the 4 Aces, there's a segment at the beginning of the video where I run through what they mean, and for those of you who are familiar, we're just going to jump straight into your Ace of Swords. Okay, can you show me the Ace of Swords, please? And the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, please. The Ace of Swords for Cancer, please. Can you show me Cancer? Ace of Swords for Cancer, please. The Ace of Swords for Cancer, please. The Ace of Swords for... Oh, that's too many, Cancer. I mean, I love you guys. I do. I really do. But I can't read that many. Ace of Swords for Cancer. One more shuffle. Judgment. Okay. The Lovers. The Lovers have been very busy for these readings, guys. What else we got? Yeah, you're weighing something up. 7 of Pentacles. And you don't know if you want to invest in somebody. You're making a decision on it. Is this for me? Shall I waste my time? Don't know why I said waste my time. It might be, you might be feeling great about it, but still worried. I'm just getting a bit of waste of time. Only because... that's what you're worried about. You're worried about wasting time. And if you're worried about wasting time, that means some time has already been wasted. Just saying. That's my tuppence on the issue. Just from what I'm seeing here in the Ace of Swords. And you're making a decision not whether or not you want to continue with this or not. If this for you, does it fit? Does it feel right? Is it serving you? Is it not serving you? The time for making that choice is coming in quickly. Okay. Imminent. I'm going to go into your Ace of Cups, see what's in your heart, how you feel about it. How are you feeling about this, Cancer? How are you really feeling about this? King of Pentacles. Yep. Sorry. I kind of had a mind meld then. Page of Swords and Five of Swords. Yeah. You need more stability and action from whoever this is. You need to be prioritized more than you feel you currently are. You and this other energy are not seeing eye to eye in terms of your investment into this shared project. Now, this doesn't have to be a love interest. It could be a business partner. Your roles, how you go about them, who does what in the connection, where you stand with each other. You are not seeing eye to eye with that. Seven of Pentacles to the Five of Swords. That's what you're fighting about. I don't think you're fighting. That's what you're concerned about. That's where the distortion and the energetic mismatch is. You're delaying it though. You already know you need more than what you're getting. You're delaying it before you make the final decision. And the only thing that makes people do that, Cancer, is hope. Hope can be a bit of a bastard, you know. I mean, Pandora's box, if you think about Pandora's box, she let out, you know, all these terrible things into the world, but the last thing left in the box was hope, floating around there at the bottom, and it just kind of like went out into the world and gave us all hope. Hope can be wonderful. Hope can keep us going. Hope can keep us going too long, though. I mean, maybe it irons out, I don't know. I'm going to look at the intention of the issue. See what's going on there. People can intend to do something, but whether or not they actually do it are two different things. Who's having a similar issue to this? I think it was Taurus, I think. So if you have any Taurus placements, you want to check out that reading. They're going through a bit of a similar kind of problem here. Yeah. You're waiting on this person to do something. Prove something to you. Show up. Ooh, who's this? Yeah, Temperance. So you're running out of time. You're getting impatient with this. Temperance in reverse. You're like a King of Wands. Yeah, the Hanged Man. You've been waiting and waiting for this person to show up, do something, put their part in, match your energy, whatever it is. You've been waiting on it for a while. And you're like getting, and then that's when you kind of know that if it was going to show up from this person, it would have shown up by now. That's why the decision to cut your losses and go is coming up quickly, if not already past. I mean, it's not really past. You cut things off as you're ready, Cancer, but time is being wasted and getting that heavily here because you're needed somewhere else. There's other energies that want you around. There's other energies that want you to contribute. There's other energies that are more than willing to give back to you, that are more productive, that are actually want to do things with you, achieve something, recognize you for the wondrous, lovely, cool crab that you are. This energy here is like, it's like you've reached a stalemate with whoever they are. It's like they think, the thing is, it's not malicious on their end. They think they're giving enough. But their enough is nowhere near enough for you. And I don't mean that like you're being overly demanding and expecting the world from them. No, I don't think you are. Quite the opposite, actually, Cancer. I think you've been extraordinarily patient with this person or this energy that you're dealing with. You're like, yeah, I'll give you time, I'll give you space, I'll put in my 7 pentacles. Well, your 7 pentacles. They're like, oh, I've got 3. That's all I can get. People can only give to their capacity. And if their capacity is quite low, then they need to go off and find someone else who has low capacity. Your capacity is much higher, Cancer. So you need to go find an energy that matches your high capacity, and there are others out there. And in turn, they're on an energetic sense are getting impatient with you because you're still touching to this. When you could be out there getting as good as you give. Just saying. Okay, right. Can I go to the Ace of Pentacles, please? Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. The Hermit. The Page of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. See, you're dealing with someone here that turns up, they do it for a little bit, and then the energy dwindles straight away. This isn't your Ace of Pentacles. This is their Ace of Pentacles. They're showing you who they are. So yeah, this is why this has gone on for so long. Okay, so for example, you know, you're not happy with the imbalance. You ask them to show up for you, and you say, and they go, yes, okay, I will, and they do show up. The Three of Pentacles, they're in active partnership with you. They are showing up as far as they are concerned, right? And they kind of match what you want for a little while, but because their capacity is low, they can't sustain it. So it goes down from a Three of Pentacles to a single Pentacle page. I mean, I know in tarot the page is higher than the three, but in a way, when you count them from the numbers in the tarot and then the court cards in the tarot, it's almost like you're looking at two different decks, if you know what I mean. So Three of Pentacles is cooperation. Now, when we get into the Page of Pentacles, we're getting into the court cards. This is the lowest expression of the court cards. This person means well, they just can't. They just don't have it in them. And then they separate entirely, so I wouldn't be surprised if some of you might get left on red for a couple of days, or this person ghosts for a little bit, because they realise they can't really hold the capacity. They're still very much in page energy. Page energy is children, child, juvenile, youth, young, naive, low capacity. Whereas you want the king. You're sitting waiting for, when are they going to show up as the king? They can't, they're a page. Even if they wanted to, they just can't. They're just not at that stage of life whether they can be king. Not, or maybe some of them aren't willing, maybe some of them just don't want to. And the reason they're showing me this is Pentacles and not Cups, Cancer, is because they don't even show up for themselves, let alone you. They absolutely have the potential to be the King of Pentacles in their own life, for themselves, their own work, their own connections, away from you, away from romance, away from business partnership or whatever, whatever the nature of your connection is. Just for themselves, they don't turn up as the King of Pentacles. They just turn up as the Page, half effort all the time, and then they retreat. I'm seeing this as Hermit negative, to be honest. This is a Hermit withdrawing from cooperation that is otherwise healthy and trying to help them and trying to be productive and trying to move forwards. It's just a Hermit that's going, no, I don't want that, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that. You present to them an opportunity for growth. They are not taking the opportunity for their own reasons, whatever that be. Meanwhile, you're stuck in stasis. With the Hangman, you're not going forward, you're not moving backwards, and this is what's leading up to this frustration. This is why we have the King of Wands with the Temperance in reverse. This is a very frustrated combination. Because you're at king level, you're King of Wands, dealing with a Page of Pentacles? Cancer. No. Okay. It's easier said than done, I know. It's hurtful when people don't show up for you in a way that they perhaps presented themselves as being capable of, but actually under the surface they're not. Cancer. Right, I'm going to put up some challenges for you. Not that you're not got enough, but challenges or opportunities coming towards you for the Ace of King of Cups. King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Nine of Wands. There are other people out there for you that meet your king level. Now, I'm not talking male or female, right? It can be applied to male or female. King is like extroverted energy. The queens are like introverted energy. So this is about how you connect to others and how this person is connecting to others, right? So there is someone out there, right, who is meeting you at king level, right? You are currently at king level. They have intentions to move forwards. Knights are movement, and that's their knight, right? So that's coming from them. And this is you, little wounded, well no, sorry, this is them, wounded warrior, because this is someone who learns from their mistakes. That all came out straight away as your challenge. It's almost like the card was saying, enough of this, Cancer, let's just get it all out in one go. I'm going to pull for the other ones there. Sorry, Cancer, I don't want to get short with you, but I love you all so much. I just want you to have the best, right? You know? Easier said than done though, my darlings. I know, easier said than done. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Marrying King and Queen, the King and Queen of Pentacles, and this is across 2 decks. Matched energy. This person does not match your energy. You are, I don't want to say you're higher, they're above them. We're not about that, at least not here. But you can do better, basically. I agree, Tarot agrees, the universe agrees. Okay, right, get the Ace of Wands, please. Ace of Wands. The Seven of Swords. I think this person is also quite happy to let you wait, because this is over your impatience. I think they keep saying, oh yeah, later, oh yeah, I'll do that later, oh we'll talk about it tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. They will happily keep you around, because why would a page not want to hang out with a king? But the king is wasting his time if he's spending too much time with the page. He's not learning anything, he's not doing anything new, the page isn't contributing at the same level as the king. The king is almost having to look after the page all the time. It's more of a burden for the king to hang out with the page than a page to hang out with the king. So this person will happily just let you keep waiting and waiting and waiting with no intention of actually showing up. Just feels good to them at the time. Okay? And then the Four of Cups. Personal challenge is the longer you ignore this, the worse it's just going to get. This situation's not going to pan out the way you'd hoped, and I'm very sorry about that. Because it's painful. I get it. But there are other energies out there waiting for you that you can't see. That's also that. You know, you're focused on this little page, but there's so many other energies out there that you don't even yet know, because you're sitting around waiting for the page. Just saying, Cancer, right? Let's get some universal advice. Get some universal advice, please, for Cancer. I know it's hard. I feel like I've been really tough with you on this one. I don't mean it, Cancer. I don't. I really don't. It's so hard to break away, especially when hope is wrapped in there so hard. And I feel hope wrapped around your heart like a string. Just slowly, slowly over time. Take an hour at a time to detach from whoever this is or whatever this is. Because if they show up, they'll show up for you, whether you're waiting for them or not. So just go heal yourself, focus on yourself. And you'll start drawing in people that align better with you. Okay, can I please get some advice for Cancer, please? Some advice for Cancer, please. Advice for Cancer. The journey, yeah, death. Death. Which is the journey in this deck. Oh, the Sun, though. Oh, how good does that feel? An ending. Followed almost immediately by the happiest card in the deck. Yeah, Seven of Vessels, mourning, but it's hard. Seven of Cups is mourning, it's hard. There are other choices out there. Seven of Cups, choices. You've got choices. But you won't realise you've got choices until you start breaking away from this energy here. Okay. Anyway, Cancer, I think I've kind of rambled for yours. So. Sorry, guys. Telling you off. I don't mean to. I really don't. I can just see so much potential here in the energy, and it's just going in one direction that doesn't even notice it, and that makes me mad. I don't like my Cancers being taken for granted, which is essentially what's happening here. Anyway, I'm going to have to leave you reading there, Cancer. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you, or subscribe if you're not already, so that you can get your next reading. And don't forget to hype the video, because that's the new thing we do around here, guys, right? And thank you for lending me your energy today and chilling with me here in the Zen Den. And if you're interested in going further into this situation for you, all of my personal reading details are in the description box below. And until the next one, Cancer, I'm going to love you and leave you. Take care. Okay, next up we've got our lovely Leos. Hello Leo, how are we doing? Welcome to the Zen Den. Welcome to Esotera Tarot. I'm just clearing away the rest of Cancer's cards, so thank you for chilling with me here in the Zen Den while I do. We are going to start your reading now. Hello Leo, welcome to Esotera Tarot and your 4 ACES reading. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the 4 ACES, there is a timestamp section at the beginning of the video, so you can just pop over there, get a quick overview of the spread and come back here for your reading. For those of you who are familiar, we're just going to jump straight into the Ace of Swords. Okay, can you show me the Ace of Swords for Leo, please? What's on Leo's mind? What you're thinking about? What's going on under that lovely Leo mane of yours? Can you show me the Ace of Swords, please, for Leo? The Ace of Swords for Leo. The Ace of Swords for Leo, please. The Ace of Swords for Leo. The Ace of Swords for Leo, please. The Ace of Swords for Leo. The Knight of Swords. Sorry, Knight of Swords. Knight of Wands. How dare I? That's your knight as well. How rude of me. Sorry, Leo. Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords. Ooh, interesting energy there, Leo. Somebody. Is it you, though? I'm not clarifying because I don't know if it's you. Are you doing something that's like against your nature to do, but you're like pushing through it? Why? You're like trying to convince yourself that this thing is good for you. You think it is. The Knight of Wands is there, that's your knight, it's your intention. And you're like, yeah, this is super good for me, this is great, but is it though? In the long run? Are you aware? You must be. It's the Ace of Swords, but it's like, yeah, you're trying to convince yourself of something. You're trying to convince yourself that whatever you're doing is the right thing to do. Something like that. Okay, now let's go into the Ace of Cups and see what this is all about. Let's see what you really want there, Leo. Because the thing is, our heads will play all sorts of tricks on us. Oh yes, it will. The heart doesn't lie though. The heart never lies. Oh look, what's at the bottom of the deck while I'm talking about it, yeah. The tarot's like, yeah, the heart never lies. Let's have a look. Let's see. Ace of Cups for Leo. The Ace of Cups for Leo, please. The Ace of Cups for Leo, please. Ace of Cups for Leo. Ace of Cups for Leo, please. The Queen of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Four of Cups. You're trying not to engage with someone that you do want to engage with. Why you're trying not to, I don't know. You're like, yeah, no, yeah, I'm not interested. This could also be happening the other way around. I'm not clarifying, so I don't know what direction the energy is running in. This could be someone else's Ace of Cups, but I'm getting, you're like, yeah, no, I don't want to connect to that. But you feel a deep affection for whoever this is. This is very contradictory behaviour, Leo. Or you're trying to shut out someone who you feel deeply for because for some reason you know it's not good for you. But you're trying to tell yourself, yeah, I'm fine with this, I'm fine. I don't know, those of you who've seen Friends, that episode where Ross says, I'm fine, I'm fine about it. It's just fine. When he finds out, I think it's Joey and Rachel are dating. It's that sort of situation. There's something going on with someone else in your... It's pretty much that energy is what you're showing me here. So I think there's something going on with a connection to you that is out of your control somewhat. You're pretending to be okay with it. You're like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not cool. Or you're pretending like, they don't mean that much to me. Nah. So it doesn't really matter. I barely know them, but you do, and you care about them a lot. You're pretending not to care. Oh, Leo. This person must have really done you dirty then. Leos are in love with love. You're ruled by Venus after all, So what happened? Or you're pretending, or you like someone and you're pretending to not like them. It's like that. Okay, let's get the Ace of Wands there. So they might not have done anything. Maybe you don't apprehensive about approaching them. Maybe this is a friend and you feel more, but you're pretending to still just feel friendship towards them. There's a number of reasons why you wouldn't go there, but not that they've done anything to you. So I'm not actually seeing that at all. I'm seeing that you care very deeply for this person. You feel a deep bond with them, but you're trying to push those feelings aside and tell yourself it's fine and you don't really feel that way about them. Okay. Can I get the Ace of Wands, please? Two of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. You to the point where you don't even know if you can even be in their energy anymore. Whoa, Leo. Who is this? What is this? I think this is someone you know, or someone you intend to connect to, or are currently connecting to. You don't know what to do, because I think you have to see this person, or you have to interact with this person in some way. There's pentacle energy between you. Time. And you're like, I can't stay here. You really, because, I mean, the Two of Swords, right? She's pushing her emotions down. In tarot, emotions are water, and it's right behind her, right at the back. She's not even looking at it. She's got her eyebrows, her blindfold on, and she's focused just on the mind, on them two swords, and she's really grasping onto those two swords, which is like a decision. You're like, but what can I do? I'm trying to stay. You're trying to make the best choice logically and push your emotions down, but you have to interact with this person in some way. So it might even be that you work with them, pentacles between you, or yeah, something like that. Or they're in your friend group, or they're your neighbour. Like, you have a close proximity with whoever this is, or a joint responsibility in some way. Could even be an ex-baby mama or dada or something like that, right? Because you're showing me you're both spending time together tending a field of some kind, and you're like, we got to keep things professional. And you're kind of like, yeah, I'm fine. Oh, Leo. That's so sweet. I mean, it's probably very painful for you, but overall, it's a very sweet energy on your part. I don't think this person knows that you have those feelings, or some of them you may do, actually. I have no way of telling. That's just my inkling. That was just my hunch. Okay, right, can I get the Ace of Pentacles then, please? I mean, I can't even tell if this love is requited or not. I mean, I know the Two of Cups is here, but I'm not seeing enough. It's because I'm not clarifying. Could be. So I think they have an affection towards you, but I don't know how deep it goes. You know each other. Page of Swords. The Moon. Oh! The Eight of Swords. Oh, there's something you don't know about this, though. Ace of Swords under the bottom of the deck and the hidden energy. There's secrets here, Leo. This just got interesting, Leo. You're going to find something out. So the Eight of Swords is like being locked in the mind, right? You have a certain vision of how this is how things are, you're taking things at face value, right? The Moon is here, though, which means something is being hidden or partially hidden here from you. It's just something you can't see. These two combined is classic. There's things about this that you cannot see. Right. But then the Page of Swords is the page of information, the page of messages, talking, chatting, only a little bit, but still, someone lets something slip, basically. And then we just saw that Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck there. The Ace of Swords is truth, clarity, vision, getting to know to the bottom of it, conscious knowledge of something that was once hidden under the moon. And because it's coming up Page of Swords, I think someone let something slip about this. And you're like, oh, now I don't know what it is. I don't know how it might change things between you, or if at all, but it's noteworthy enough that the tarot wanted to show me that. And tarot doesn't usually like showing me secrets, because, you know, the whole point of living is to uncover them yourself. But This is what I thought you ought to know. But also not know, because it's not going to tell you what it is, because the moon's there. Isn't the universe a big old tease, Leo, right? Now, can I get to the Ace of Swords, please? The Ace of Swords. Oh, challenge, yeah. Yeah. You have some kind of contract or dealing with this person. Five of Swords in reverse. You don't want to cause an uproar. So you're just kind of plodding along like, yeah, everything's fine. Oh, if this was a solo reading, that would definitely have been the title. You're trying to keep the peace. You don't want to cause issues. Okay, I get that. This is also the universe's way of saying it, if you read it the other way, which is basically from the angle, is try and quieten down your mind a little bit. Everything's going to be fine. You'll see. Almost there. How can I get the Ace of Cups, please? The Ace of Cups. The King of Swords on his side. On his side. There's a conversation between the two of you that's not being had. That's what I'm saying. Truth. Truth is the order of the day here between you and this person. Whether or not they're aware of your feelings or not. Someone's going to be speaking up soon. Right, oh, Ace of Wands straight out the gate. Six of Pentacles in reverse. This could otherwise be a very, very nice balanced connection. It's not though. There's an unsteadiness here. The energy is unstable. It's giving me Two of Pentacles vibes actually rather than six, but both of them speak to balance. Making a decision on how to balance things out. It's not being made. Stalling. I'm getting very much stalling energy. Can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please? Ace of Pentacles for Leo. Justice in reverse. I was saying in another reading, I think it might have been Gemini. Justice and the Six of Pentacles are not miles apart in terms of their meaning. Right? They both mean balance. Who do we give to? Who don't we give to? What's fair? What's unfair? There's something around that coming in. But I'm getting here more justice is going to help things make sense. Maybe help you just to step forwards to claim what you want. Or them. Again, not clarifying. I don't know which way this is going. But in terms of energy, which direction. Something's going to be restored here. Something's going to be balanced back to being right. I mean, I don't know what that means in terms of this connection, but I deliver the messages. You take them as they resonate here. Something is going to be corrected between the two of you. Maybe you were once lovers and now you're not. But you still work together or something. Anyway. It's all going to make sense soon, essentially, Leo. That's all I've got for you on that one. Can I please get some advice for Leos, please? Some advice for Leos. Some advice for Leos, please. Some advice for Leos. 10 of Arrows. Okay, which is 10 of Swords. Don't panic. Different deck, different meaning. 5 of Stones in reverse. We like to see the 5 of Stones in reverse. We do. Balance again, justice again. Something about this is not in balance, but it's only telling me this at the very end. I mean, it's going to make sense to you, Leo, I hope, but 10 of Swords, right, is the end. Traditionally means endings, but in this deck means learning from an ending or taking advice from others on a situation. The end of being alone. The end of doing it alone. The end of trying to figure out things by yourself. There are other people around you that know more than you, which correlates with this truth. And then the 5 of, sometimes you get readings and I'm like, I feel like I'm babbling, but I know it makes sense to someone out there. And then the 5 of Stones in reverse, something you didn't think, you thought maybe was a lost cause or something that you didn't have or had no chance of having, that suddenly turns on its head. It's like something that you thought would never going to happen. Someone else delivers some news, either from them directly or from a third party person. I don't mean third party like cheating, like literally a person who knows the both of you, right? somebody lets them slip, somebody says something, so there's a word, something happens, and suddenly everything's turned on its head and you get a totally new perspective on everything. Like, I know we're not seeing the Hangman, but I think if we were to continue this reading, we certainly would, because we've got a lot of balance here. We've got a lot of justice on the table. Talking about balances, weights, measures, correcting something. You're looking at things a certain way, thinking that's how it is and that's how it's always going to be, but no. There's something else you're unaware of. It puts a whole new spin on this, and then suddenly the impossible becomes possible. It's something like that. Anyway, Leo, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. I really did. Please let me know in the comments below if it resonated with you, because I want to know what this is about. And if it did and you want to take a deeper dive into this situation for you, please check the description box for my one-to-one readings and written readings as well. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up, guy, and a subscribe if you haven't, so you don't miss your next reading. And a little hype, that's a new thing around here. Yeah, really interesting reading, Leo. Thank you so much for sharing your energy here with me today and for chilling with me in the Zendo. And until next time, guys, take care. Virgo, and welcome to Esotera Tarot. For those of you who sat through and just noticed my little timer up there, I took a short break just to refresh the energies and myself and the cards. But we are back to your 4 Aces reading. For those of you who are not familiar with the 4 Aces, the timestamp section at the beginning of the video where I go through the spread and what it means. For those of you who are familiar, let's just jump straight in and see your Ace of Swords. Okay, can you show me the Ace of Swords for Virgo, please? We've got Ace of Swords in the cut as well as the 10 of Pentacles there. So it might be something about your home environment, structure, stability. It doesn't have to be, but it might be a little clue for us there. Can we please see Virgo's Ace of Swords, please? The Ace of Swords for Virgo, please. The Ace of Swords for Virgo. The Ace of Swords for Virgo, please. The Ace of Swords for Virgo. The Ace of Swords for Virgo, please, for Virgo Collective. What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Let's look at the Ace of Swords for Virgo, please. The 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Cups. 7-7. Okay, interesting. 7 is the number of, well, one of the numbers of change and revelation. And the 9 of Swords. Well, we wouldn't be a Virgo without some overthinking now, would we? So I'm also a Virgo, for those of you who don't know, so I understand, guys, no judgment. You know, I don't really panic for Virgos when I see the 9 of Swords. It's just kind of textbook, right? Too much choice, too many options. What do I invest in? What do I do first? What's best for me? Will it work out? Won't it work out? Am I wasting my time with that? Will that one require too much time? We're at risk of analysis paralysis here, Virgo. It's a very familiar place for you, I'm sure. There's something on your mind. You've kind of, I see you've got a vision of what you want, but how to bring it into fruition is kind of where you're struggling a bit here. I know it because it's a matching energy of 7 and 7. This 7 is this 7 of Cups specifically, is about fantasy, daydreaming, hopes and wishes. And then 7 of Pentacles is about reality. How do we actually bring this forth? Is this going to work out? And it's bordering on overwhelming for you. I said analysis paralysis. Like, how do I do this? Which is the best way? Is it going to work? Are my ideas going to pan out for me? It's kind of like that. Okay, I'm just seeing you at the moment, not seeing anyone else. It's about your material stability. You might have a project that you're trying to get off the ground. It might be something around work as well, or it might just be your personal life goals. It could be a number of things that you're working on, so you might want to improve your work life and your home life and your health all at the same time. By itself could be overwhelming. You feel there's too much to do, so you just narrow it down to just one at a time. But if it is one thing, then it means there's several ways to do it, and you're not sure if the plan you've put in place or plan to put a plan in place is going to work out. You just really want it to work out, which I get that, of course you do, of course. You actually want to get results from whatever efforts you put in, and you're kind of worrying whether or not it's going to pay off. Okay, let's go into the Ace of Cups then, please. Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, please. Ace of Cups. The Empress. The Chariot. And the Eight of Pentacles, I think this is about work, this is about you, this is about your personal growth. You know you have the potential to be great. I see you putting pressure on yourself here, actually, Virgo, to do something. Your skills are going to set you forward, you know it. What it is that you do, you absolutely love it. Okay, so this is passion. This isn't just, showing up to, you know, my desk job that I'm indifferent about at best and despise at worst. This is actually something that you want to do, that you are called to do. It fits your skill set, it fits your experience, it sits in your heart space. So you choose to spend time on this. You know you flourish while you're doing it. You're like, it's yummy. It brings you comfort, it brings you joy, it makes you feel empowered, it makes you feel appreciated, you feel extremely competent doing it as well. And you just feel it's going to move you forwards. But over here, when it comes to your thinking, you're like, but is it going to? When am I going to get my results? Hopefully soon, Virgo. Let's go into the Ace of Swords and see what kind of movement is going on around this, okay? Can I see the Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands? Get me aces back to front, Virgo. What are you going to do with me? Okay, right, the Ace of Wands, please. Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. This is a spiritual thing. Some of you maybe literally. Maybe I'm looking at a tarot reader, or a Reiki healer, or a medium, or something like that. For others of you, it's like a soul calling. See, the Ace of Wands is also this representative of the spiritual self, the higher self, and then right underneath the Hierophant. Contracts can be soul contracts, karmic bonds, karmic ties, karmic promises. Some of you are waking up to that fact and trying to work in the practicality of how you move forward in what your soul's calling is and actually make it real. That's a Page of Pentacles. I don't think you've been at this for very long. Maybe many of you didn't even know that this was something that was a calling for you for some time. You probably went through other jobs or the situations or the projects before you realised. And it all kind of makes sense, actually, because it's coming up very balanced. Like, you don't feel like you're out of your depth, even though it's something quite new. And you are making an active choice to put in more pentacle energy into something that you feel more spiritually attuned to. So I guess my example personally, well, reading tarot obviously, but other than tarot, for a directly spiritual thing that you'd be working on, I enjoyed painting. As a child, I'd paint, I'd draw and do art for hours, and I was pretty good at it. I was good enough to get into art school for it. And then after art school, and my art school was really bad, it was terrible, it just kind of fell off a cliff. My desire for it just went, right? Also, on practical terms, you know, so I did oil paintings, oil portraits. I mean, born in the wrong time, you know. Who's commissioning oil portraits these days? Now, if I was born in the Renaissance, I'd have been on fire. It would have made sense to make a practical job out of it. An oil portraiture artist in this day and age doesn't make sense. Right, for finances, because you're showing me here, you have a reality to maintain. So you have to put food on the table. You've got to keep a roof over your house. You've got to put clothes on your back, right? That's the worry. It's like, can I balance that? Or will it pay off for me financially so I can keep doing it? Because you have to sustain yourself to be able to do the thing that you love. And you're in the process now of trying to turn a passion, it was maybe a passion or a hobby, into something that's actually going to pay you. So you can have a standard of living. And it looks like it will. It very much will. But you're learning how to figure out how to do that in a way. You know, so like say my skill now as a painter, if I wanted to go down that road again, I would adjust it so maybe I'll become like an animator or some kind of working with AI in digital art for maybe a production company or on film sets or doing CGI, something like that. There's a way of channeling the soul's calling into something practical that's going to serve you and pay you so that you can keep doing it, you can sustain yourself, you can pay your bills, that sort of thing. Also, what comes with that, at the point that you are at now, is also you may be also having to dedicate some of your time to a practical job. So by night you might be reading tarot, but by day you're working in a call centre. And how are you balancing out that time? Also the learning that comes along with this skill as well. I mean, you're already highly competent at it from an energetic perspective, but you're showing me you need to apply some practical knowledge to this as well. So just learning how to do the skill, learning how to, you know, bring it all together into the material so something can be done with it that will hopefully pay off, if that makes sense. Okay. Right, let's go to the Ace of Pentacles, see what's going on there. This is all about you though, Virgo. All about you. There's no one else here. This is a solo journey, just for you. I'm not seeing any other energies on the table, which is good. It's good. This is part of your soul growth, your soul journey. So I guess there's you and your higher self on the table. If you want to count that as two. Alright, okay, that's the Ace of Pentacles, please. Can we please see the high? Can we please see the higher self, or maybe we will under the Ace of Pentacles. Right, can we see the Ace of Pentacles, please, for Virgo? The Ace of Pentacles for Virgo, please. Yeah, your wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups. Oh, Eight of Wands, okay. And Temperance time. Ooh, time. You're going to get what you want. You're going to get to where you need to be. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Kind of a simple message, but nonetheless important and poignant message for you, Virgo. Time, momentum, keep it going, just keep going, essentially, and you'll get to your wish fulfillment, because this is emotional balance as well as being wish fulfillment. It's not just like you sit there and all your wishes are complete. No, the Nine of Cups is preceded by the Eight of Cups, right? The Eight of Cups is somebody walking away from something that is not quite satisfactory towards in hope that they will find their satisfaction. Work has been put in. He didn't just sit there and his cup appeared to him out of nowhere. No, he got there because he actually went out looking for it. He went from 8 to 9, then hopefully on to 10, so on and so forth, right? Well, 10 is technically the penultimate card. Or ultimate card, however you want to say it. Temperance is time in this instance, balancing out. Okay, we've got two cards of balance here. You've got to balance out your material with your spiritual, and again, little asterisk, when I say spiritual doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be some kind of spiritual healer. Some of you, yes. Others of you, it's just your spiritual calling, which might not be paying you what you need to live on, so you're having to balance something practical to pay your bills and that. But over time, that hobby, interest, spiritual pursuit replaces it. I can't say how long. Maybe Sag season, because it's Temperance, but you can't apply Sag season to every time Temperance comes up. No, this is just saying time. Over time, things kind of pan out and work. The energy is available for you to keep pushing on this. The universe is going to support you in ways that you don't see yet, so that you can get to where it is that you need to be. So long as your heart is staying in it, and it's heart-led. As you've told me very strongly that it is, especially with that Chariot movement. This is driven by your desire to be here, not your need to be here. And you're just naturally drawn to whatever this is. It feeds you as much as you feed it. And it's the Empress is not only your personal empowerment and expertise and mastery over what this is. There's also abundance and fertility. She's pregnant in this card. You don't mean literal pregnancy, although maybe some of you, but you're giving birth, metaphorically speaking, to a new modality, a new way of being, a new way of expression, a new way of making money, okay? And lots of pentacles here. I mean, that's your element. It's also how you express yourself as an earth sign. You put a lot into your pentacles. You do. You put a lot of weight on your pentacles. Virgos like things real. Virgos like to see results. Results are evidence that you're on the right track. And Virgos do not want to put a foot wrong. You don't. So that's why you're in this Nine of Swords over here. You're worried. This is just worry. It's not Yeah. You're just like, it's this thing that is kind of a dream gonna pay off really? Can I keep going? And will I have the financial support or the stability to keep doing this? Because if you're not stable, and I mean materially stable, you're not going to be able to do it. It's the same for everybody. Because a lot of people, particularly if you're in a spiritual community, feel guilty for making a living off of their craft, even though they put in 10, maybe even 12 hours a day on it, and you're helping people, and you're getting a result, and you're doing something, you know. So there's a little bit of that in there as well. Again, for those of you where you are taking a spiritual path, again, doesn't have to be spiritual, it could just be a hobby. You could just want to make chairs for a living or whatever it is. But there's a way of turning this into a tangible income and getting what it is that you want out of this. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Okay, right. Can I get some challenges and opportunities, please, in each? Can we start with the Ace of Swords? Can we start with the Ace of Swords, please? Look how we've gone from 9 of Swords to 9 of Cups. I love that for you, Virgo. Okay? All in this beautiful, busy mind of yours, Virgo, if you redirect it into this, because it was the 9 of Cups. You wish fulfillment. Worry turns to wish. See? Magic. Each and every one of you. Okay, can I get the Ace of Swords, please? This? We have the 7 of Wands and we have the Queen of Cups. You've been putting this off for a while. Some of you. Queen of Cups here is showing me how much you love this thing. And you're also very protective of it. You're trying to protect it. Either you're kind of secretive about it, you don't want people to know. And believe me, when I first started reading tarot, like, I didn't want anybody to know. That held me back for way longer than it should have. Because obviously, as a tarot reader, other people have to know you read tarot, because you have to read tarot for people. It makes logical sense, but you know that. But we have our nerves and worries and what will people think, all of that. Coming out the spiritual closet is not an easy journey, guys, but it's well worth that, okay? But it's holding you back. But you're also wildly protective of it. There's also, some of you are concerned that if this turns into a job, will you start to hate it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because you've shown me that this has been with you for a while. The Hierophant is confirming that it's a soul calling we're dealing with here, not a passing fancy. Okay. Right, let's get to the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, please. 2 more. You're getting a lot here, Virgo. Okay. Knight of Cups, the Devil. Now another energy's turned up. Whoa. Okay. Now this is someone on the outside of you. They're not in your immediate area. They're kind of on the periphery, circling potential distractions. The way you feel is attached to another energy. You have some feelings going on over there. Now, depending on what it is you're doing, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really depend on what you're doing. Your mood is affected by someone else. And sometimes that mood can be negative. And when that mood is negative, that poses itself as a challenge. So you've got to be in a good mood to do this. You've got to be happy. You've got to be healthy. You've got to be at least balanced to do this. All right? Because it's a lot of work. You show me 8 of Pentacles. To move this forward, it's going to require some effort, some push. And for those of you that might have like a 9-to-5 job while you're doing this, you need as much energy reserves as you can, positive energy reserves, to maintain the momentum. Now, if you get home from work and then have a blinding argument with somebody, you might not want to do it. Conversely, if you want to use this energy, spin it on its head into a positive. If you have a blinding argument with somebody and you're feeling negative, go do the thing that you love. Channel that frustration into that. So I guess, I think at the moment it's a challenge, but if you use it wisely, that's like magician energy. It's like transmuting emotions, using emotions and funneling them into your pursuit to make you push harder. A lot of people do that. That's why a lot of people have a glow up after a breakup. They're transmuting heartache into a physical benefit to them. Something like that. Okay, let's get Ace of Swords. Why do I keep getting the sword and the wands confused today? What is going on? Ace of Wands, please. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, please. One card would be nice this time, but I'm not opposed to two. Hanged Man. Did you see that? Spirit was like, well, there you go then. Have to take your one card, Lydia. Hanged Man. Sorry. Some of you feel like nothing's moving on it. I'm getting Hanged Man as stasis, pause. It's not really going anywhere, it's not doing anything. So for some of you, this is like, I don't know, if you were the craftsman who has a passion for making chairs, your tools have been sitting there dusty for a little while, even though it's the only thing you can think about, right? For others of you, you are putting this effort in and it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, and this would be the source of the worry here. This explains this worry, why you're so worried about your idea not paying off. You're like pushing and pushing and pushing, but it's going nowhere. The thing is, it is though. Now if it was truly going nowhere, we would have seen the Ten of Swords. That's like game over, give up, go home. Like, no, we've seen Hanged Man, which is like it's recalibrating, energetically speaking, in a calibration phase. It will move. The Hanged Man is put himself there to see the world in a different perspective, and then once he does, he's going to take himself down and he'll carry on his merry way, usually into the, I think it's the Death card. Change. Don't be afraid of the Death card, please. Embrace the Death card. That's change, transmutation, healing in some cases. And the Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, yeah. Strategy or plan I'm getting with that one. I think you need a change of strategy on this. So for those of you who might be keeping this a secret, you've got to stop talking about it. You've got to stop telling people. Go start a Facebook page or the YouTube channel, or I don't know, maybe you're trying to sell it's another business I had where I saw dog treats for a while. Still do. I enjoy them. I'm a dog enthusiast, guys. Oh, we do organic dog treats. It's pointless selling them at dog events. You'd think that was obvious, right? But we were making hardly anything. Why? Because everyone else is selling dog treats at dog events. Basically cannibalizing each other. So we switched it up. We started selling at non-dog related events, but where people who own dogs might be likely to be. Like family fun fairs. We made for her so much more money. It's something like that. Like a change of strategy is needed to get you out this stasis. This pause. That's why it's not going anywhere. There's something you can change, tweak. Because the Seven of Swords is not always deception, it's strategy. There's something in the strategy that will help you get to this Knight of Cups. Get you moving. Get you off this tree. Right. Let's go to the tarot. Sorry, to the tarot. We're in the tarot. To the Wildwood for your universal advice. Can I get universal advice for Virgo, please? Universal advice for Virgo. Universal advice for Virgo, please. Universal advice for Virgo, please. Three of Swords. Yes. This is relating to this energy here. Okay. Balance. 14. Justice. Two of Arrows. Injustice. You're hurt. Someone hurt you. This is having an impact on this thing you want to do. Or maybe some of you were mocked, ridiculed or whatever, or for this thing you want to do in the past, and that's stopping you. There's some pain here. So I think we've figured out boots on the ground in the 3D, what you can do to get things moving. The universe now wants to talk to you about how emotionally you can get things moving, how you can start balancing this out. It's around you making some kind of choice around an injustice, because the 2 of Swords here does mean injustice. It means, how do I correct a wrong? Balance here. Usually about the legal system, correcting wrongs, right? And then the 3 of Arrows, heartbreak. This is how you correct a wrong. Those of you might have broke up with someone, for example, you transmute that pain into this, as we said before. The universe is just kind of backing up that idea, and then over time it will start paying off. This thing gives to you more than whatever this devil energy is. And you can use it as your driving force to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep moving forward and believing in yourself, first and foremost. Ooh, sorry, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to have to leave the reading there. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up, a little subscribe if you've not subscribed yet, so you don't miss your next reading, and a hype. This is the new thing we do around here, right? And if you want to take a deeper dive into this situation, Virgo, I have one-to-one readings in the description box below. I do written readings, and I do personal one-to-one Zoom readings as well, whatever suits you, wherever suits your wallet and your time. And with that, Virgo, thank you so much for joining me here at Esotera Tarot. I love it when you come and chill with me in the Zenda. And until next time, guys, take care. Okay, next up we've got Libra. Hello Libra, my lovely, lovely Libras. I'm just clearing away Virgo's cards, so please bear with me one momento. We're almost there. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and New Year, and you're ready to hear what the 4 ACES have to say for what's coming up next for you. Hi Libra, welcome to your 4 ACES reading. For those of you who are familiar with the 4 ACES, there is a timestamp section below where I go through all of the ACES and explain what they mean. For those of you who are already familiar, we're just going to jump straight into the Ace of Swords and see what's coming out for you. Okay, can we get the Ace of Swords for Libra, please? We got there, guys. We did. Okay, we got there. Alright, one more, please, for Libra. Ace of Swords for Libra, please. Ace of Swords for Libra, please. The Ace of Swords for Libra. The Ace of Swords for Libra. The 4 of Wands. Okay. Partnership. 5 of Wands. Partnership that's not picking up the slack there, Libra. Queen of Pentacles. So I thought someone's being selfish. Someone's out for number 1. Queen of Pentacles doesn't normally mean selfish. Under these 2 cards though, yeah. Someone's taking for themselves. They're not sharing, Libra. They're not sharing, and they're supposed to be in a partnership. 5 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles does not like to be near the 5 of Pentacles. It's beneath her. Especially when it's supposed to be a 4 of Wands situation, partnership. Equal. We're both trying to hold up the house here. Someone's holding up one end more than the other one is. Someone's taking from the cookie jar. I don't think it's you. No, my Libras won't do that. You're all about balance, equal give and take, and harmony. This is opposite of Libra vibes. Totally not Libra vibes. Could be an earth sign. It doesn't have to be. I'm always reluctant to assign signs to people that you're dealing with, because to me, the cards only have 78 pictures to work with, right? You know, we've got to give them a fighting chance to get the message out to everyone. And so many people go, oh, they said it might be a water sign. I'm dealing with a fire sign, so this can't possibly be me, even though 98% of the reading resonated. And I don't want to risk that, okay? I'm just not called to read in that way. Some people are. No judgment. Anyway, someone's taking. And they're not giving back. Someone's being selfish. Someone's hoarding. Someone's not sharing with you. That could be either energetically. Could be literally financially. Someone's taking from the till. Or someone's just not sharing some kind of resources, time, money, attention, something like that. But it's under a partnership and it's feeling unequal and unbalanced at this time. Okay, let's go into the Ace of Cups and see what's going on there. How do you feel about it, Libra? How do you feel about it? Okay, Ace of Cups, please. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups for Libra, please. The Hierophant. Oh, the Hierophant, that's a Four of Wands. Some of this is, for some of you, this is a literal marriage. The Sun and the King of Pentacles. Oh my God, we've got the marrying King and Queen. Okay, for if you are not married to this person, this is a person of that energetic status to you. Right, this is an important person at the very least. Doesn't have to be romantic. Family, friend, colleague, you're equal though, energetically speaking. You see them as, and we have the partnership card here. We have the Hierophant, which can be marriage contracts. You agreed to do something with someone and this agreement was set in stone. Everyone agreed on it. Everyone was there. There were witnesses, there were signatures. The writing was put out on the table. You know, it was a public event. There are no cross wires about someone misunderstanding their part here. And as time goes on, it gets more and more obvious that this person is not involved or invested. They felt good to you at the time though. They did for a while. Something's up. Because you're showing me usually this is actually a very positive connection for you. But something's up that's brought something to your attention under the swords. In your heart space, you're very adoring of this person. It's very nice energy. You've got the Sun, happiest card in the deck. I love being connected to this person. It's great, it's wonderful. But something's on your mind, something's bothering you about it. And it's about someone not showing up in a way they've expected to show up or that they usually show up or something like that. Okay, let's go into the Ace of Wands, see what's going on there. Where's the intentions here? What's going on? The Ace of Wands, please, for Libra. The Ace of Wands for Libra. Ace of Wands for Libra, please. Ace of Wands for Libra. Okay. Ten of Cups. Yes, this is about your happiness. Yes, someone. Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. Yeah. What once was good ain't so much anymore. Your vision. What's happening is the vision that you both have of your futures is diverging. And one or both of you are finding it a struggle to continue on the path that you're currently on. So one energy is just beginning to quietly, slowly withdraw. I think you're both trying to do what's best for you, but one person's doing it in a way where it's teetering into selfishness. And it's putting strain on the connection for the long term. You have some kind of shared vision. Like say, for example, this is a very simple example. Let's say you and another person agree to go on a holiday. You know where you want to go. You want to go to Spain, for example. And you're like, okay, we need this much money to get to Spain. So you both agree to put in, say, I don't know, £100 each a month to the Spain budget. And you're putting in your 100. You're showing up for it. They're putting in like 50. You're like, where's the rest of your 100? And they're like, I don't know, I spent it on a new pair of shoes that I didn't need, or a handbag, or lottery tickets. Something frivolous. I don't know, something that's nothing to do with the Spain trip. It only helps them and not you either. It's like that. And it's hurting you. You're showing me it's just hurtful. It's not helping the vision. It's making the vision harder to get to. Happiness is harder to get to. Happiness is leaving the building. It's like a trickle effect. It's not all at once. It's not a dramatic, I'm out of here, I don't want to go to Spain anymore. No, it's not that. It's slow exit out the back door. Exit stage left. Hopefully without you noticing. Don't want you to notice. This is weird. Okay. Don't mean to call anyone weird. I don't think people are weird. People are people. But it's like, for how close these cards are telling me you are, this is usually very open, honest, loving, supporting connection. Why one person's behaving this way, like they can't tell you, they can't talk to you about it. You're sensing like a sneakiness. It might be a fear of disappointing you. Pretty much as simple as that. They don't want to see you hurt, upset that they've changed their minds about Spain. They don't want to go to Spain anymore. They want to go to Iceland. And they worry Libra might get upset about that. So they're slowly putting their £50 in their Iceland pot. I know that sounds silly. And this is probably very painful. I know it's a struggle. The 10 of Wands is here and the 9. It's painful. And the longer it goes on, like you're trying. It's just like, oh, you know, will they show up? Will they cooperate? Will they put in their tuppence? I want the happiness. There's a bit of clinging on to this happiness, shared vision from your end, to be honest, but I will say that. My only thing I'll pick up. But what else are you going to do if this person's not informing you that their plan has changed? There's lack of communication here. It's feeling like a struggle, and it doesn't need to be. Anyway, let's go to the Ace of Pentacles, please. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, please. Oh, well, there's finally they say something. The Ace of Swords, that's good. The Hanged Man and the 9 of Cups. Somebody expresses what they really want to do. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Hanged Man, different perspective. Ace of Swords, communication, initial communication, potential communication. Not potential, it's coming under the Ace of Pentacles. I have a strong belief this will happen, of course, but someone finally expresses their wish. It's not what you think. They're not on the same page as you, even though up until now they've been telling you that they are. Now they're going to tell you, in the near future, they'll say, I'm so sorry, I really want to go to Iceland, to use that analogy. I never really wanted to even go to Spain. I went to Spain because you wanted to go to Spain, not because I wanted to go to Spain. I want to go to Iceland. But they're telling you this far down the road, and it's caused all this difficulty emotionally for you as well. And they know that. They're feeling a mounting pressure, I'm sure, themselves. That's their struggle. That's their 10 of Wands. Keeping it up because I don't want to disappoint Libra. I don't want Libra to be mad at me. I don't want Libra to be sad. But I really am not into this. But they told you they were. There was an agreement made. That's on them, Libra, by the way. That's not on you. They should have been honest from the beginning. Okay, right. Let's get some challenges or opportunities coming in for you, Libra. Sorry, Libra, my hair's been getting super involved in your readings, haven't I? Honestly. I could never commit a crime. I mean, I wouldn't want to, but if I did, I'd just leave hair everywhere. Like, it would be obvious. Anyway, that aside, let's get back to your opportunities. Challenges. Under the Ace of Swords, please. Under the Ace of Swords. Yeah, something's not being said. We knew it. We knew it. Queen of Wands in reverse. Whatever you agreed to do with this person, they did not tell you that they weren't into it. They weren't honest. I think for a while they probably tried to convince themselves, because this is about honesty with self. It's the Queen of Swords after all. So I think that was probably the reason. I think they probably thought, oh, do you know what, as time goes on, maybe I'll get into Spain, right? Maybe I'll get into the idea of Spain, but they didn't. So it got increasingly difficult for them. And then they were like, well, I've roped myself into this now, and now Libra's going to be upset. We got so far down the road, and I'm going to look like the bad guy. Not to excuse them, Libra, I'm just giving you a reason why it's gotten this far. And you sense it as well. I think you've also sensed it. This is your card as well. This is your Queen, right? You sensed it, but you were like, well, the thing is they're doing all the things I said, or it doesn't appear that way. Why am I sensing that? I mean, it's your intuition, my darlings. That's what intuition does. Okay, let's get the Ace of Cups then, please. The Ace of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. No. Although I do find the Empress to be very similar to the Queen of Pentacles, very similar energy. When the Queen of Pentacles is in the positive, okay. Yeah. Empress in reverse. not productive. The Empress is the queen of production. She wants things to grow. She wants things to move forward. She wants things to be valuable and useful. If they're not, she just bins them off. She's in reverse. This is not productive. Someone's being counterproductive to this situation. I think we already know who that is, so we don't need to chew the cud on that one too much. Alright, let's get the Ace of Wands there, please. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. There's two. Judgment and the High Priestess. Well, yeah, we know. You don't need to rub it in, Spirit. We knew. Intuition. High Priestess. Not quite online. It is now, though. Judgment. Decision. There's a change coming in. Something needs to change. You know something needs to change. They know something needs to change. Because you can't carry on like this. Their interest is going down, 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 down. Your hurt is going up, 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 up. Right, you can't... Now, if they were to feign interest to make you happy, your happiness would go up and up and up and up, but their unhappiness would go down, 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 down. You know, you're a Libra. You want everyone to be balanced, right? So that means that a change has to come in. But you have to make that decision together, though. Right? At the moment, that's hidden. Someone's hiding something because the Empress has her back to the world. She keeps things to herself. She's quiet. That's going to change, though. She's on her side. Someone is going to voice how they feel. And then a decision on what to do about it will be made. Okay? I'm not seeing an ending here. I'm just seeing a pivotal decision. A judgment call. Okay? Like the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, please. Oh, there we go. Three of Wands. I mean, some of you might literally be travelling somewhere. Three of Wands is travel. Or maybe Spirit's just showing me like this because I seem to have really locked into the travel analogy. There's other options and opportunities here. There's other ways of doing this. It's about broadening your perspective and horizons. There is a way for everyone to be happy about this. Or at least move forwards. Okay? It's good. You can't see it yet, but you will. Once this person actually says something to you and you can move on. But I think it might be up to you to make that... to make the other person realise that there is something else possible. Because if they thought that there could be a middle ground to be reached, they would have spoken up before this. I don't know why they've got it in their heads. It's like Libra's way or the highway, but they're kind of treating it that way. And I mean, at least for the most Libras I've met, you're not that way at all. So, but it's usually when someone cares. When somebody cares about you, you know, they don't want to hurt your feelings, whether they know you'll be cool with it or not. Or they might be worried that you'll then start pretending you're okay and you're not, you know. You've got to open up. Someone needs to open up about how they truly feel, what they truly want, the possibilities. And then you can reach some kind of compromise. Yeah? Okay, let's get some advice for Libra, please. Advice for Libra. Advice for Libra, please. Advice for Libra. Advice for Libras. Two of Cups. Yeah, this is a strong connection. The Moon. Yeah, we know. And then the Empress again. Okay. When this has a potential for everyone to be happy and it be productive and grow, the Empress is on the right way up this time. But until this truth is uncovered and discussed, it's quite simple as that. Just to see. Two of you there, right? Okay. The Moon between you and the Empress. The only thing that's blocking this thing being productive is this someone not speaking their truth. This Moon, the Moon hides things. The Moon is secrets. Okay? Someone's keeping a secret. And that's why this Empress is in reverse. Need I say more, Libra? Need I say more? Or the universe say more? Anyway, Libra, I'm going to have to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. And if you are interested in taking a deeper dive into this situation, then go to the description box below for all my one-to-one readings. I do written readings and I also do Zoom one-to-one readings as well. And with that, my lovely, lovely Libras, I'm going to have to love and leave you there. Thank you so much for chilling with me in the Zen Den. And until the next one, take care. Okay, next up we've got Scorpio. Hello, my lovely Scorpio Scorps. How are we doing today? I don't know why I felt the need to go low there, but I did. Thanks for chilling with me in the no man's land I call card cleanup. Okay, Scorpio. Oh, welcome to your 4 Aces reading. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the 4 Aces, there's a timestamp at the beginning of the video where I run through what the cards mean, and then you can pop back here and get your reading. For those of you who are already familiar, we're going to jump straight into the Ace of Swords. Okay, can you please show me the Ace of Swords for Scorpio, please? The Ace of Swords for Scorpio, please. The Ace of Swords for Scorpio. The Ace of Swords for Scorpio, please. The Ace of Swords for Scorpio. Whoa. The Ace of Swords for Scorpio, please. Can you show me Scorpio? Scorpio, please. Ace of Swords for Scorpio, please. The Ace of Swords for Scorpio. What's on your mind, Scorpio? Tell me. Tell me all about it. Spill the tea, Scorpio. Show me Scorpio, please. The Knight of Cups. Ooh, okay. The Ace of Pentacles. And, the 9 of Wands. For some reason, I mean, this could be reversed, but I'm seeing an opportunity for you to repair some damage between you and another person. Now, I don't know if they're moving towards you or you're moving towards them, but I'm seeing apprehension in doing so. Because the Wounded Warrior, he learns from his wounding, he's hurt, he's healing, he's in a state of healing, but he's also peeping. You know, he's a bit shy about it. You know, he's not rushing in with his first aid kit. He's like, is there help out there? Oh, I could go out there and help, but he's apprehensive. The opportunity's right there, though, right in front of him. To heal something emotional, Knight of Cups, to move forwards with something emotional. That's you, that's them. I'm not sure which because I'm not clarifying. Okay, little repair job on your hands there, Scorpio. All right. And that's your knight. So it's coming from a place of authority within you, and it's on your mind. So it feels right, but you are apprehensive. Or they are apprehensive. One or maybe even both of you. Okay. So who's going to be the first to break the silence? Who's going to be the first to say, I'm sorry? It's that sort of thing. Okay, can I get the Ace of Cups, please? Can I get the Ace of Cups? The Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, please. Queen of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. Oh, okay, right. Someone takes the opportunity there. Justice. Yes, this is correcting something that went awry in the past. Justice, right or wrong. Knight of Pentacles. Let's see, the Ace of Pentacles. It's him picking up the pentacle and actually going to do something. This involves a very honest and true conversation with another person. I think that's why there's some apprehension, because in some of you, one or both of you, are going to be required to show some vulnerability. And I think that's where the stuck energy is. See, the thing is, Pentacles can be very much to business. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Practically speaking, let's do X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z, right? We're not talking about practical here. This is why there's apprehension. I think both of you, or you or them, want to approach this on a practical level. However, it can't proceed practically because there needs to be some emotional conversation, some vulnerable conversation to happen first, or else a plan can't be made. And you both know that. You still don't want to do it, right? Yeah, I think you do want to do it. There's just a bit of a fear around doing it. Not huge, but it's there. But I think that's what's causing a bit of a stalling in this situation. And you want to have the conversation. You do. They do as well. But how? Where? When? Who's going to do it first? That sort of thing. Right, let's get the Ace of Wands, please. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, please. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. The World. Ooh, okay. Right, okay, we're getting serious here now. Temperance and the Seven of Pentacles. This cannot continue and likely will not continue in this way. I don't know how big a repair job this is. But this whole thing has the energy of an ending hovering over it. The hammer's not come down yet. The ending is hovering there above your heads. If it doesn't get resolved, then it will be good night, Vienna. But you two have been at this for some time. Time has passed. I don't know if you're in no contact with this person. You're showing me we were working on it, then we just stopped. And now I think it's done. But it's not done because it's here on the table. Why are you're both still here? Why are you still here then if it's done? See what I mean? If this was done, I wouldn't be even seeing this. Not this late in the game, because you're both of your higher selves have gone through all this trouble to explain. Now something's done, right? I normally see the world at the beginning of the reading, if we are going to discuss an ending, right? Yeah, that was done. Now we're moving on either to reconcile or moving on to something new. No, you're showing me potential. Ace of Wands. It's almost like a missed opportunity. Or one of you does want to end this and doesn't know how to do it, and that's why they've got to have the honest, vulnerable conversation, because they know feelings are going to be hurt. But I don't know, I'm seeing that maybe for some of you, but not the majority of you. The majority of you is that you've both just been stuck, I think, under the impression it's ended. I think you and the other person are willing to walk away if the other one doesn't come forward. Again, I don't know what happened, what was said, where the justice lies here. I don't know who is the one that wants to come forward in this one. It's going to be different for all of you. Some of you are sitting here listening to this expecting them to come forward for an apology because they did something to you. Others of you did something to someone else and you want to go forwards, but you just don't know how. You feel like maybe the damage is irreparable, maybe it's gone on too long now, maybe I can't fix this, it's too much water under the bridge. That feeling applies to both of you. I think for those of you who are expecting to receive an apology, it's very much like, even if they apologised, I don't know if they could even make up for it. You know, it'd be hard work to get it back to where it was. But an apology would be nice, right? Okay, right, let's go to the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. I mean, you might be able to bring it back from the brink, but it's not ended, but it's the energy's there. Seven of Swords in reverse, yeah, Wheel of Fortune and the Moon. Whoa. Okay. Okay, so, right, you two are sitting there in stasis, just not knowing what to do. Then the universe takes over and just goes, get out of the way, guys, and something happens, something that you're not aware of under the moon. Karmic, Wheel of Fortune, a Seven of Swords. Know what you think? Seven of Swords in the upright is traditionally deception or strategy. In reverse is obviously the revealing of such a strategy, or it is not what it seems. This is one of the most mysterious combinations of cards you can get in tarot, Scorpio. And trust you, when you always throw the moon at me, you know, those of you who've been before know how I get when you Scorpios throw your moon at me. You always do that. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. Oh, I wish I was clarifying. I'd get it out of you, Scorpio. But no, I think in this instance, I don't think even you know. I think this is a moon that you're not. I don't think this is your moon. I don't even think it's your other person's moon. This is the universe's moon. This Wheel of Fortune, karma, time. Something is going to be revealed to you about this situation. To the both of you. A very mysterious Scorpio. That's why I like reading for you, Scorpio. It gets all mystical. I like it. Okay, can we get the Ace of Swords, please? Now we're pulling out challenges and opportunities, things that you may not see coming, or things you may very well much know. Okay, Ace of Swords. We've got the Fool on its side. Yeah, it's like, are we in this? Are we out of this? Shall I move on? Shall I wait? Don't know. No one's making a move either way. You're just both sat in place. It's not healthy. The energy's getting stale around here, Scorpio. Okay, let's get the Ace of Cups. Not that much. Hang on a minute. Crawl them back in. Pretend you didn't see that, okay? Right, there we go. The Hanged Man. More stuck energy. There's something's about to move. Something's about to move. I think this is only Ace of Cups. Is around how do you feel about this? I think someone's feelings are about to change. And usually when someone's feelings change, then their minds change. Don't know what that means to you. Because he's on his side. He's either preparing to get down from the tree, or he's preparing to put himself into the tree. Okay, I'm not clarifying. I wish I was. But someone's feelings are going to change. Someone's perspective is about to change. Oh, okay. Someone who's hanging on to this is about to let go. I don't know. That could be you, where you're just like, do you know what? I'm done with this. I'm not even waiting anymore. I'm off. And I bet your bottom dollar, that's when the person comes through and goes, I'm sorry. That's always how it happens, right? You need to let go. Probably the best thing you could do, Scorpio. Or if you're the one apologising, they're about to let go. Right, for the Ace of Wands, yeah, we've got the King of Wands on his side and the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, somebody's not listening to their higher selves or their intuition. Somebody's really like this. Not listening, not seeing, to themselves. Possibly to you, or to themselves. And that is about to change, though. If they don't get themselves out of this, it's just gonna, that's what's going to cause, basically that will be what causes the end. If they just sit there like nothing's happening. Self-denial, basically. Not taking action either way. Not wanting to leave, but not wanting to stay either. And then the Ten of Swords, sorry, the Ten of Wands reverse, yeah. And then the universe intervenes somehow. Can't tell you why. That's the magic secret, right? And then suddenly this whole burden is just suddenly dropped. Just like, oh, okay, don't need to deal with that anymore. Not necessarily I don't need to deal with it anymore, as in they leave. It could equally be don't need to deal with it anymore because something else has occurred that explains everything for everybody. Like magic, something like that. For you, Scorpio, your burden is going to drop at some point. Yeah. Anyway, Scorpio, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I need universal advice. What am I thinking about? Sorry. The universe gave you a lot in the challenges there. I think you got a little telling. Well, you or your person got a little telling off. Right, okay. Drop the burden. Just drop the burden. That's also just like leave it to the universe. You don't have to handle it. Just leave it. Leave it to the universe. The universe has got this. Okay? Just hand it over. Fine. Okay. Now, can I get some universal advice, please, for Scorpio? Six of Swords. The Knight of Vessels in reverse. And the Woodward, which is a Chariot. Whoa. Yeah, by letting go, things start to move forward. So the Six of Swords is mentally moving on into other things. The Knight of Cups is like, this is, do I apologise? Do I not? Just, it's not going anywhere. Not anytime soon. This isn't really a decision that either of you to make. There's a universal drive towards a different direction. This is the expression of this, the Knight of Vessels not going anywhere, not doing anything. You've got to mentally let this go. Then the Chariot can take over. The Chariot will take you somewhere. It's being driven by the universe. So we don't know. Yeah. Okay, Scorpio. I'm going to have to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. And if you want to take a little bit of a deeper dive into this situation, if it resonated, then check the description box below for my reading links. I do written readings, and then I also do one-to-one live Zoom readings as well. And with that, Scorpio, thank you so much for chilling with me here in the Zen Den. Love having your energy here as usual. And until next time, guys, take care. Okay, now we have Saggy. Hello, my lovely Saggies. How are we doing? Welcome to Esotera Tarot, your 4 Aces reading. Whoa! I'll be with you in a moment, my lovelies. I am just clearing up Scorpio's cards, and your reading will begin in 3, 2, 1. Hello Sag, and welcome to Esotera Tarot and your 4 Aces reading. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the 4 Aces, there is a timestamp below where I go through the spread and what it means just at the beginning of the video. And then for the rest of you, let's just jump straight in to the Ace of Swords. Okay, can you show me Sag, please? Can you show me Sag? What's going on with Sag? What's on Sag's mind? The Ace of Swords for Sagittarius, please. The Ace of Swords for Sagittarius, please. The Ace of Swords for Sagittarius. I'm going to make more effort to shuffle my cards over here, Sag, because when they're editing, sometimes these shuffles are dead loud. And I can't do much about it. Okay, right. The Ace of Swords, please, for Sagittarius. The Ace of Swords for Sag, please. The Ace of Swords for Sagittarius. The Ace of Swords for Sag, please. The Ace of Swords for Sagittarius. The Page of Wands. Okay, that's your page. You're interested in something. The King of Pentacles, because you think it's going to be good for you. Oh, the Lovers. Oh, hello. So you'll be connecting to somebody, or at least wanting to. It's on the Page of Wands. So I don't think this is like, you know, you're in the throes of a full-blown passionate love affair as we speak. No, there's an intention to connect towards something else because of something to do with stability. Your stability, their stability. Man or woman, it doesn't have to be a man just because it's the King of Pentacles. It could be for you the representative of the Queen. We're not reading genders here, just energies. So just show me something or someone with an external sense of stability. It doesn't necessarily mean they have loads of money either, just they're kind of stable, kind of like, yeah, solid, reliable, there. And they're also going to improve your experience in some way. But you're open to it, or you're opening up to the idea of it. The Lovers is not just lovers, it's also choice. So you're making an active choice to open up to the possibility of connecting with somebody either for the purposes of stability. So for some of you this might be a business thing, a business partner, something like that. And for others of you it's just someone to bring more stability into your life. Stability could be something as simple as just a bit of company, guys. Like, it doesn't have to be something crazy. Okay, can we get the Ace of Cups, please? The Ace of Cups. Get the Ace of Cups, please, for Sag. Oh. Ace of Cups for Sag, please. Ace of Cups for Sag. Ace of Cups for Sag, please. Ace of Cups for Sag. Ace of Cups. What's going on that big old beautiful Sagittarian heart of yours? The Six of Swords, the Judgment, and the Knight of Swords. Oh, you guys are ready for this. You've been ready for a little while. You're like, no, do you know what? Right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Which shows me you've been thinking about it for a while. Now, for some of you, you have an identified person that you want to connect to. Others of you are just open to it. Maybe you've joined a dating app. And maybe you've just started hanging around different circles where you think you might be able to find your type of people. Yeah, you're like, okay, you're not going to you don't want to overthink it anymore. I think some of you have been overthinking this a little bit. You know, I was like, do you know what? Just do it. Just go to that event. Just sign up to that app. Just go on that blind date, or just go on the date if someone who's asked you, or something like that. You're like, snap decision. Like, just do it. Close your eyes. Take the plunge. Just do it. See what happens. I like that, Sag. That's the true Sagittarian spirit, you know. You like a little bit of an adventure, and I think you're about to start one, Sag. I got good vibes about this. Yeah. Okay. Can I get the Ace of Wands? In my experience with Saggies, when you guys just kind of go for it, it tends to work out really well. You know. The Ace of Wands, please. Can we look at the Ace of Wands for Saggy? And the Ace of Wands for Sagittarius, please. The Ace of Wands for Sagittarius. The Ace of Wands, come back, thank you. Ace of Wands for Saggy, please. The Ace of Wands for Sagittarius. Yeah, the intention to connect to another soul. Six of Cups. Soul connection. Page of Swords and the Nine of Swords. And there you go, plunging back into overthinking again. So for those of you where your intention to connect to someone is there and you're like, let's just go for it, you actually then end up finding somebody and then you start to panic. For those of you who do have a person in mind that you're moving towards, you do move towards and connect to them, and then you start to panic. It's okay, Sag, calm down, you'll be fine. You do sort yourself out quite quickly though. You go from 9 of Swords to the Page of Swords, so you know, you kind of get, you get a hold of it a little bit, right? And then you're like, okay, now let's not overthink. Let's actually find out more about this person, right? Before we start overthinking ourselves. Good. Great. Perfect. Kind of defensive though, so for some of you, you may not have done anything like this for a while. You're like, that's sussing them out. Who are you? Do I want to connect to you? Oh yeah, so, you know, what you're hiding behind your back. You got anything dodgy? You got a dodgy past in you? You know, you got any secrets? Very wary, but measured. I'm getting measured from here. The emotions are there. You soften. You do soften. You do it in a softening way. You know, I don't think you're shining a light on someone in an interrogation room. I don't think that's the case. You're much more charismatic than that about it, Sag. But there is a filtering system you're kind of going through here, and there's one energy in particular coming in where you're interested. That freaks you out. So you're like putting on a couple of guardrails to make sure that you don't, and also this other energy doesn't get overhand, right? You know, out of hand, should I say. You're just very smart, Saggy. For all the other single signs out there, you know, take some advice from Sagittarius. They know what they're doing. Some of you, it might not be romance, it might just be finding new friends, getting a new friendship group or something like that. But yeah, it's definitely about connecting into one energy in particular that's coming in, or you already just know them. Right, let's get the Ace of Pentacles, please. The Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. Sag. 9 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. You can't... Right, okay. Some of you have been very, very badly hurt in the past. Very badly hurt. It's no wonder that's why I was picking up such guarded energy from you. It's like you want to find someone to connect with, but there's a fear in doing so because you were hurt before. You're afraid it's going to happen again. So it's very textbook, Sag, but also very serious and a difficult loop to come out of. Sometimes your guardedness, or at least this is what the cards are saying, the guardedness, you're literally guarding your heart. Queen of Cups is your heart. 9 of Wands is being very defensive because of past hurts. Right, so you're guarding your heart space there. That can cause things to end. It can cause you to end things prematurely, or it can cause you to end things inadvertently because you're being too defensive, which might come across a bit cold. So you end up killing things before it even gets started. You're at risk of doing that with this 6 of Cups. I don't mean to call you out so directly, Sag, I don't. But I've got to tell you what's on the table, or else I won't be doing my job. Right. And I understand why you're guarding your heart. You've got a beautiful heart energy, you've got Queen of Cups energy. You know, once you open it, it's very, very hard to close. So you're like, well, I have to be very careful with who I open it to. Yeah, but you can be overcautious, and I'm seeing overcautious here. To the point where you're like, you know, I don't even want to see you or speak to you, but I like you very much. But please don't see or speak to me, because I like you now, and if I get to know you, you might hurt me, and then I won't like you anymore, and then I'll be hurt and I'll miss you, and I don't want to risk all of that. It's a risk we take when we want to connect to others, whether it be friend or lover, opening yourself up maybe to a family, getting to know a family member even more. I mean, opening up risks that, but the rewards can be amazing. I really want to get into the challenges or the opportunities here, because I think there's going to be something in there for you that might be able to help with that, Saggy. I understand it. I really do. You haven't got a closed heart. You just have a very heavily guarded one. And anyone, which, you know, the good side of this is anyone who steps a wrong foot, you won't tolerate it, they're out. That's good though. But just make sure your walls aren't so high that no one could ever possibly climb them. If you want connection, which you're telling me over here that you do. Now, if you didn't want connection, I'd be like, yeah, fine, carry on. But you're telling me here that you want it. The way to help you is by telling you what's going on here. Right. The Ace of Swords, yeah, it's the 2 of Swords, Two of Swords in reverse. You see, you do start off not overthinking this too much. You start off really open. You start off like, yeah, it's good. The challenge is keeping it that way. You're not getting that guard up dead quick, you know? You only have to open it a little bit, which is what you were doing. Perfect. Page of Wands. Perfect. Right, let's get the Ace of Cups then, please. The Chariot on its side. Slow movement, but movement nonetheless. Yeah. Some of you haven't done this yet, but you will in due time. Maybe around getting February for some reason. But it's almost like there's things that you want to do that would make it easier or more possible if you were to connect to whoever this is in the first place. Something again around your stability. You feel like you've gone as far as you can go by yourself. Because I'm more drawn to the actual two sphinxes on the chariot rather than the man in the chariot himself. They need the two of them to pull that chariot, right? They're not going to really get anywhere with one, or it'll go really slow, or they'll only get halfway to their destination, and it's on its side. So there's a soul connection coming in that will really help you get to, and do the things that you want to do. Say, even if it's just making a friend, say there's visits you want to do, but you don't want to go on your own, you need a friend for that. And until then, you're just going to be kind of stuck in place, not really going anywhere. Let's get the Ace of Wands, please. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Challenge or opportunity. The Nine of Pentacles. Yes, that's just, yeah, I know, Sag. I know. It feels good to be here on my own, tending my garden, you know, baking my cakes, reading my books. I'm comfortable. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm comfortable. I'm fine. Are you though? Because over here you're telling me you would like something or someone. You're staying in your comfort zone. This is more the comfort zone thing. Like, no, I'm fine by myself. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you are, Sam. I'm sure you are. If you were so fine with it, you would not be showing me this today. The Nine of Pentacles is, in your case, a challenge. I mean, well done and congratulations for reaching Nine of Pentacles. You're looking fabulous, fine. I mean, it is the hot honey of tarot. Like, you look good. You look good. Many people, excuse me, Sag, are going to be attracted to your pentacle garden. Sorry, I did not mean to sound how it did, but it did. We're going to go with it. Sorry, Sag. Compose yourself, Lydia. It's a challenge. You can't just lock yourself in like that. I mean, you can. Again, if you were telling me you were happy about this, I would see it here. All I'm saying here is like you kind of you're telling me from your higher self it would be good. Because in the moment you're in Nine of Pentacles, right? You're showing me if you connected to another person, you'd be King of Pentacles. And then this Chariot, you want to go and do things, but you can't. You're stuck in place. And I don't know what that has to do with this other energy, but it has something to do with this other energy, and you know what it is, Sag. Okay, this energy you haven't met yet, or the one you've only just met. Right, okay, let's get the Ace of Pentacles, please. The Magician, yes, okay, yeah. You create what you believe. The Magician here is not a challenge, the Magician here is not an opportunity, the Magician here is actually advice. If you believe it, then it will happen. Self-sabotage, self-fulfilling prophecies. What you think is what you create. As above, so below. That's the disco move of the Magician. Okay? I'm going to pull some universal advice for you now, Sag. Okay, can we get universal advice for Sag, please? If you believe it's all for nothing and it's going to end and they're going to hurt you, then yeah, it probably will end and you'll probably get hurt. Or if you can just go with an open mind, everything's going to be okay, take it slow as you need, it's probably going to be fine. Okay. Universal advice, please. Thank you. Right, universal advice for Sag, please. Universal advice for Sag. Universal advice for Sag. Yeah, 10 of bows. Yes, I know you're busy. Yes, I know you have things to do. Right, okay, 3 of arrows. Yeah, you've been hurt before. And the 8 of stones skill. You're trying. Good. So the universal advice is also a higher self advice. So here it's like, and you've been struggling with a heavy heart. Three of Arrows is hard, but the Three of Arrows is also healing, you know. Not many people know that. And through healing is actually like, you know, putting an effort into something that does not feel natural. The Eight of Stones is the Eight of Pentacles, also means skill. Yes, opening your heart again is a skill. And it's going to feel new to a lot of you after what was heartbreak, or at least the expectation you will be hurt. It takes effort to think about things differently. But when you do, oh my goodness, it will pay off. Not only will you have a new skill, you'll be able to drop these heavy burdens. And yes, I know you're busy. Yeah, no, I know that. Well, you don't have to drop the burdens. But going at them alone as you are is not really conducive either. You just seem to be carrying and dragging around an empty or broken heart with you. It's going to take some skills to get out of this routine or this habit that you've cultivated for yourself, which I understand. The universe understands. And you don't have to, but the energy is available for you to try. You're telling me you want to, but it's up to you, Sag. Anyway, Sag, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me here at Esotera Tarot. It's wonderful having your energy here as usual. And if you want to take a deeper dive into this situation for yourself, check the description box for all of my one-to-one readings. I do written readings and also Zoom readings as well. And with that, Sag, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care. Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your 4 Aces reading. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the 4 Aces, there is a timestamp at the beginning of the video where I run through what they mean. For those of you who are familiar, we're just going to jump straight into your Ace of Swords. Can I please see the Ace of Swords for Capricorn, please? The Ace of Swords for Capricorn. The Ace of Swords for Capricorn, please. The Ace of Swords for Capricorn. The Ace of Swords for Capricorn. What's you thinking about, Cappy? My happy Cappies. What's going on? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? The Ace of Swords for Capricorn, please. The Ace of Swords for Capricorn. For Capricorn, please. Oh, okay, you're emotionally detaching from something. Page of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You were waiting on something that didn't come, so you're giving up on waiting. Essentially, is what you're saying here. I'm sorry, Cappy. Or something didn't work out the way that you'd hoped, or like you tried. So either something just never arrived, or something did arrive but arrived late, or did not arrive in the condition of which it was expected. So you were like, okay, I'm out of here. This isn't what I want. This isn't what I want to do. This is not for me. Okay, right. Giving up hope on something. Okay. Right, can I get the Ace of Cups, please, for Cappy? The Ace of Cups. The King of Pentacles. That's your king there. Oh, the Emperor in reverse. Oh, I don't like Emperor in reverse there. The Knight of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. Partially, you have lost some kind of trust in yourself over this. You thought that you would have made a better call on it. You thought that you may have walked away sooner. Don't beat yourself up about that, Cappy. That happens. You're learning about why you did, why you held out for this thing, why you wanted it. As you're basically just trying to reground, reorientate and regroup yourself. I.e. only focus on things that actually are there, real and in front of you, not to expect too much, not to place expectations where you can't see real evidence first of them coming through. Now this could be in relation to a person. So for example, maybe someone, you know, they talked the talk but they didn't walk the walk. They said they'd be there at 5 o'clock, they never showed, that sort of thing. And you believed them, and now you feel silly for believing them. It's kind of that energy. And now you're looking back on yourself going, why did I believe them? I thought I was better than that. I thought I was smarter than that. No. These are things called life experience, Cappy. But really, it's taken a little bit of a hit to the old ego there. And when I say hit to the ego, it just means it hurt you. And now you're feeling a little bit like, embarrassed. It's not getting embarrassed from this. Like you want to hide. Like, I don't mean it that overtly. It's more subtle than that. You wish you hadn't. You wish that you had seen something or knew more about the situation. Now you're analysing it from every angle. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, I see the energy steadying out for you, but you getting a grasp on the situation, you do. But it's only after a little bit of time has passed. Give yourself a little time. Give yourself some time. Okay? This too shall pass sort of vibe. And then you just want stability, and you're like, right, after this, I'm only dealing in what's real. I'm only dealing with what I can see, smell, touch, hear, smell, taste. Yeah. But that's... We all go through that one, Capricorn, okay? We all go through that one. Okay? You didn't miss anything. With Capricorn, you're sensible. You know, you take evaluated risk. You believed someone or something. And you had no reason to not believe them when they said it. It was just one of those things. Some people, you know, they bullshit. Or some things just don't work out. You know, it's no one's fault. Depends what it is. You didn't do anything. It's good that you're being self-reflective and stepping back and going, yeah, you know, could I have done better here? Maybe, but now you know. So if it happens again, you won't do it again. That's the purpose of life, Capricorn. So in that respect, you did everything right. Okay, can I get the Ace of Wands, please? The Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Confidence. It's a knock of confidence, not ego. I was getting something like that. The Five of Wands. High Priestess. You can't. You've got so much like, I don't trust myself anymore. Like, I don't know what happened or how big a deal this was. You're at odds with your own intuition for some reason. You're at odds with your higher self for some reason. You're kind of mad at yourself. If you could, you would fold your arms and turn your back on yourself and go, I'm not talking to you anymore. It's quite sweet in a way. It didn't work out, you didn't get what you wanted, I know. There's a disappointment that carries in that, which is normal. You will process that out in time. But there's an element of, why didn't I listen to myself? But then at the same time, you're kind of mad at the other half of yourself that didn't want to listen to yourself. So it's like your conscious mind didn't want to listen to your higher consciousness. And that's how you're mad at yourself. You gotta let this go, Cappy, right? I see you trying. You're trying to let it go. You're trying to be like, I don't care. I'm fine. Yeah, you are, but it's a struggle for you. Clinging a little bit, but there's so much self-blame in here. Like, no, it's not your fault. You believed what you were told. That's what the Page of Swords says. You can only believe, Cappy, what people tell you. Innocent until proven guilty. This person or situation proved itself guilty. That's the fault of them. That's not your fault. Right. Yeah, maybe you should have had some intuition about it, but people ignore their intuition every day. It's very, very subtle and kind of hard to hear. But I sometimes wish it would speak a bit louder, but it doesn't. Because this is part of the game of life. It's about making your own way in the world. There'll be little whispers of guidance. You take them or leave them. Sometimes we risk leaving it just to see what happens. And this is what happens. We all do it. It's totally normal. Part of human nature. Okay, can I get the Ace of Pentacles then, please, for Cappy? The Ace of Pentacles for Cappy. Oh, hang on a minute. One sec. Well, they've all turned themselves any which way, so obviously the deck wanted to reshuffle itself for you, just in case. Okay, that's fine. Right, the Ace of Pentacles, please. Let's see the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. There's a little bit of, I'm never opening up again. Yeah, you will in time. You will. Just got to do a bit of healing now, Cappy. And some self-forgiveness, please. Very hard on yourself. But then you are ruled by Saturn, so it comes with it, really, doesn't it? Right, the Ace of Pentacles, please. The Ace of Pentacles. Oh. We have the Chariot in reverse. We've got the Hierophant, and we've got the Strength in reverse. Yeah, you're just learning a lesson, that's all. And you're strengthening from it. So the Strength in reverse doesn't mean you're weak. No. It means you are now being strengthened. You're not yet. You will be strengthened by what this lesson is. You're not moving yet because it's almost like the lesson, that part of the lesson isn't complete. So you have, the encounter, the situation, the broken promise, the disappointment, or whatever this was. Then the healing. So you're now going into the healing. And then after that, lesson complete. Then you move on to Chariot. The Chariot's in reverse at the moment. So at the moment, your advice, I guess, would be to just sit as you are. Yeah, you're in the phase of looking over what happened and going, what did I miss? What can I learn for next time? Which is really, really good. So take it away. Don't let it be self-criticism. Just let it be objective learning of the situation, information gathering, storing and filing for later use. See, or an earth sign. I know how to speak your language, Cappy, okay? Now calm you right down, okay? Get out this self-blame situation that you missed something critical. You didn't. Everything has worked out exactly as it was supposed to. Because sometimes the universe also has shitty plans for us as well, but that's to help us grow and change and learn. And it has great plans for us usually afterwards. Right? You got that to look forward to. Right? Okay, can we get some challenges, please? Or some opportunities for the Ace of Swords for Captain? The Sun in reverse. Yeah, exactly. You didn't know. You didn't know. The Sun in reverse. So it doesn't mean unhappy. Yeah, I know you're unhappy. We know that. That isn't helpful. The Sun also means clarity. And yours clarity was in reverse. You didn't know. You didn't realise. You know. That can even realise, either someone's deliberately hiding information from you, so then how could you possibly know? Or there might be something in you, something about you that you were unaware of, which is about learning about yourself. So you learnt something about yourself today, or about someone else. But at the time when it was going through, you didn't know. So, cool it off on yourself a little bit. Forgive yourself. A little bit of self-love is needed now, Cappy, okay? Right, for the Ace of Cups, please, for Capricorn. Ace of Cups. Yeah, exactly. You didn't know it was Page of Pentacles. We're just going to go around on this, aren't we? Yeah, you didn't know. You didn't know this lesson. This is a new lesson for you. But now the Pentacles is the right way up. Now you know. You didn't know. It's an opportunity to learn. Okay? It depends how you frame it. If you just lay there and surrender to being wounded and that you're helpless and crap, well, then, yeah, people will treat you that way in the universe too. If you go, no, I've now learnt a lesson, I've now grown, I'm now better than I was yesterday. There you go, Cappy. Taking your power back there. Looks great on you. Right, the Ace of Wands, please. Six of Cups in Six of Cups. Oh, interesting. There's another soul connection around you, but you don't know about it yet. This was a soul family contract with this person. That's one part of this reading. This message. This was a soul contract. Soul contract's now complete. That's why the hyphen is here. It's a soul contract. That's the energy I can feel like swirling around you. You're not aware of. Yeah, this person was a soul contract. Soul contracts don't always say so. They're different from soul mates, Capricorn. Okay, soul mates are like here to, chug along with us on the road of life. So contracts, often so, are there to teach us something. That's one of them. Unfortunately, some soul contracts are nice. They don't all have to be like this, but a lot of them are. Okay, can I get a challenge or opportunity for the Ace of Pentacles, please? And the Empress in reverse. Yeah, you will in time. In time. At the moment, you need to pause because you've got so much self-blame around you. Nothing can grow, nothing can flourish, nothing can thrive. Empress in reverse. The Empress doesn't blame herself at all, right? She understands it's part of the nature of life. It's the nature of being. It's how things come and go. Changes upon us. The leaves fall, more leaves grow. But at the moment, you need to just pause a moment until you can, learn the lesson. Give yourself a little bit of a rest, because I think this was a big one, okay? Give yourself a bit of a rest, and then, just take care of yourself. There's not enough, because Empress is also self-care. More self-care required in Capricorn corner, please, okay? Then you'll move forward, then your Chariot will go the right way. At the moment, the universe is kind of keeping you isolated a little bit and keeping you in place, because it needs you to heal from whatever this is, because what's prepared for you next, you can't go into that with all this self-blame. Some universal advice please for Capricorn. Okay, can I get some universal advice for Capricorn, please? Oh, there we go. Yep, 5 of Arrows, frustration. I know, my darlings. The wonder you want a new beginning. I know. Four of Arrows relief. That's it. You're in a frustrating period of time. You're here now. Frustration. Five of Arrows. Five of Swords. Okay. You're not seeing eye to eye with the universe, a Capricorn. Yes, I know you're not. You want this new beginning, and you're like, it's not coming in. When's my new beginning coming in? I thought this is the new beginning. This was a false beginning. I know, and it's very frustrating because it looks like it. But it's to better align you. Four of Swords is alignment. It's better align you to what is your new beginning. But at the moment, because this Four of Swords is rest. You need rest. So don't try and rush off into the next thing. No, no, no. Just stay in place. Get this energy out of your system. Then calmly proceed into the next phase. And usually when you have a crappy phase, the next phase is usually a good one. Okay, Capricorn, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. If you want to take a deeper dive into this situation, Capricorn, please check the description box below for my links. I do personal one-to-one readings via Zoom, and I also do written readings as well. So you can get your readings on the go. And with that, Cappy, I am going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, guys, take care. Right, let's go. We have Aquarius. Hi Aquarius, and welcome to Esotera Tarot and your 4 Aces reading. Sorry for my little time warp there, guys, but we are back and we're going to get straight to it. For those of you who are familiar with the 4 Aces, there's a timestamp at the beginning of the video where I run through the spread and what it means. For those of you who are familiar, let's jump into your Ace of Swords and see what's going on for you. Okay, can you please show me Aquarius? The Ace of Swords for Aquarius, please. The Ace of Swords for Aquarius. What's going on for our lovely Aquarians? Let's see what's going down in Aquarian town. I couldn't help myself, Aquarius. I wanted to rhyme. Okay, oh, we've got the 3 of Wands in reverse. We're not reversed. Came out reversed. Okay, you're closing off to something. Or you're narrowing something down. Let's have a look. A few more, please. A few more Ace of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. And the 3 of Cups. You're locking something down, Aquarius. Or something's locking you down. So there's another energy attached to you, either multiple energies, or it's, you know, it's quite fun, it's nice, it's light. It's been that way for some time, and you want, yeah, it's like the energy's closing in on them. You're like, okay, we've been doing this a while. Like, where is this going? Are we going anywhere? Are we going forwards? Are we going backwards? Are we going left and right? Like, you want some direction. There's like a lack of direction in where it's going. At the moment, it's quite light. And you feel like it's been that way for some time. You like this person, you feel good in their company. I'm not seeing any problems with the connection itself. I am seeing problems with the direction of the connection. So I'm rhyming again, Aquarius. I can't help it. Oh, what have you done to me? So you want to know which way it's headed. What's the heading there? Okay. No, that's too many, so I can't take them. I'm going to look into the Ace of Cups now and see what is it you want. What's your heart saying about this, Aquarius? What's your heart saying? Okay, show me Aquarius, please. The Ace of Cups for Aquarius. 6 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups in reverse. You don't want to rock the boat on this one. Yeah, there's going to be lots of travel analogies here. Everything's working quite fine, but you're upset. But you're not expressing that upset, you're suppressing it. Because you're trying to keep the peace. You're trying to keep things like the status quo, 6 of Pentacles. Things are working out quite nicely, but at the same time you've got this little niggle, and it's getting louder and louder and louder and louder. I think that the niggle in your heart space and your energy space was there a long time before in your sword space, in a way. At the moment it's kind of coming to the forefront now, to the point where it's getting more and more pressing. This can only be suppressed for so long. And you also don't want to cause more upset, or any upset. I'm not saying there has been upset, maybe there has been. Maybe you've approached this in the past and it hasn't gone well. So you might not be wanting to do it again. So you're carrying on like business as usual, but inside it's like, you know, because you don't know where it's going. You don't know what the outcome is. You don't know what the point of it all is. What are we working towards? You know, what's the objective here? What's the mission? But you're working anyway. So to you, it feels a bit like a hamster wheel. Wheels just turning and turning and turning. And it's like, but for what? For what though? What are we doing here? What's the point in all this? You're suppressing there. You're suppressing there some sadness. Okay. Five of Cups reverse can be releasing sadness, but no, in this instance, I think it's because under the Three of Pentacles, it's like keeping a face. The Three of Pentacles is like keeping face. Just get down, get your head down, get the job done. Forget about how you feel about it. You know, just keep the peace. Six of Pentacles, keep the balance, keep the status quo. But those things very rarely stays that way, though, Aquarius. Something's niggling, and it's about the direction. You don't know where you're going with this energy. This person attached to you. It doesn't have to be love. It could be a situation. It could be a job. From you, it is a job with the Three of Pentacles. What are we all doing here? What's this project even about? And it's becoming kind of frustrating. But there is an emotional attachment with the Five of Cups there. So probably a bit more than a job, or at least it's a project you really care about, and you don't like the direction it's being taken. You don't really understand why it's being taken that way. But it's with energies. You're doing it with energies you care about as well. I think it's more you're just trying to keep the peace. You don't want to speak up in case it causes a problem. Okay, let's get the Ace of Swords there. Ace of Swords. I keep doing that. All reading, I've been getting the Wands and the Swords the wrong way around. Let's get the Ace of Wands then, please. Ace of Wands for Aquarius. The Ace of Wands for Aquarius. The Nine of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Five of Swords in reverse. Yes, Aquarius. You're avoiding having a difficult conversation with whoever or whomever this is. As this is multiple people. A fear of getting hurt. I think maybe you've tried to express yourself in the past, not necessarily to this energy, could have been to other energies. Somewhere along the line you've learned that speaking up about how you feel hurts you. So you're just like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to sweep it under the rug. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to have this argument. I'm not going to have this discussion. No, it'll be fine. Give it time. I'll forget all about it and I'll be fine with it. It's not the case, Aquarius. You're actually hurting yourself by keeping this suppressed. Your Queen of Cups here, which is your care, is because you care for them, but you also have to care for yourself. It's a two-way street when it comes with the Queen of Cups, Aquarius. She cares for herself first, so she can then give caring to others. Okay? That's not what's happening here. You are trying to put others first 100% of the time without thinking about your needs, and it's actually causing you more pain and discomfort than I think you realise. But the pain and discomfort you're feeling is you're kind of attributing that to a past situation where you got hurt. Well, this is a different situation, different people in most cases. This is different people for most of you. A different situation, different time. If it is the same person, then do you really want to be attached to an energy that makes you feel like this every time you express a need, where you feel you can't speak up or advocate for yourself? Is that a connection that serves you, Aquarius? Okay, right, the Ace of Pentacles. I'm not telling you. You make your mind up on that one. I don't know who this is. This could be someone where you have no choice but to work with them or be around them because it's a family member. So you deal with the distance a little bit differently in that case. Okay, can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please? Yeah, we've got the Eight of Swords. We've got the Tower. I knew the Tower would come. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This is going to reach levels that are so unmanageable that something will happen where this is going to bring everything down anyway. The Chariot in reverse in the hidden energy. It's so you can move forwards. The more you refuse to do anything about this or say what you need, the more likely you're going to encounter a tower moment between you and whoever this is, or you within yourself. Nervous breakdown, irreparable damage to the connection. Because what happens is when we push down, Aquarius, it creates pressure. And that pressure has to go somewhere. And like a volcano, it comes up. That's usually when you see people that will just erupt in anger over the tiniest little thing. It isn't that one thing. It's that they have suppressed that emotion. It's been lots and lots of little things. It's built. And that one event that was seen by people, or you, whoever, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And that's what's threatening to happen here with you. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Not only is this connection unstable, there seems to be no attempt to try and bring it into stability. To even admit that it's unstable. It's like, no, it's not. Everything's fine. Put it under the rug. Under the rug. Tower. Now, if that tower moment happens, it will end up being worse for the connection than you saying something. Eight of Swords. Can't see, don't know, I didn't do anything. It's an inaction here. See, her bonds are actually quite loose. Her feet are free. She could walk out at any moment. Sure, she doesn't really know where she's going if she walks out, and she's not entirely free if she does, but she can. But she refuses not to, and she's just around little puddles of water, and water in tarot is emotions. Pushing out those emotions. I can't feel anything in here. Everything's fine. Trapped by your own mind, your own thinking, because you're convinced that by expressing yourself will cause a tower moment, but actually not expressing yourself will cause the tower moment. Okay, right, can I get some challenges, please, or opportunities coming in for Aquarius? Anything Aquarius needs to know? The Ace of Swords, please. The Ace of Swords. The Six of Wands. You want victory here, of course you do. And victory, I don't think you mean like, I want to win. No, it's not like that. It's you want everything to be fine. I also think this person knows there's an issue, but it's not going to do anything until you say something as well. This is the card of being seen and being vulnerable. Because even if you're the victor, it's still a vulnerable position to be in, because everyone wants to take the victor down, right? Or you're above the crowd going, yay! Everyone can see you. You could potentially become a target, yes. But you don't achieve anything by hiding in the background either, pretending that you're okay. With that, you just whittle away, waste away to nothing. There's an element of this where you're going to have to be brave, to actually step forward and go, no, this is what I need. I need to be seen right now. I need to be heard right now. I need you to try and understand me right now. Okay, we've got the Ace of Cups, please. Challenge or opportunity for the Ace of Cups for Aquarius, please. The Three of Cups, and this person, I think you've massively maybe overthought this. I'll put presumptions in this. Also, for some of you, there is real risk to the connection if you say something. And again, if this person or these set of people don't want to engage with you because you expressed a need or a thought, then they've done you a favour. The trash takes itself out. But I mostly think this is your worry about losing the connection. I don't think you will. I'm not seeing any evidence of that. But I am seeing evidence of you maybe just erupting one day, what seemingly looks like out of nowhere. Because unless you tell people, Aquarius, there's a problem, they will assume that there isn't. So they will keep doing the same things over and over, thinking you're fine with them. You can't assume everybody knows that they're behaving in a certain way that's encroaching on your needs until you communicate that. So this person's not going to change until you say something. Nothing will change. There'll be no sense of direction. There'll be no what do you want kind of conversation. There'll be no where is this heading kind of conversation. They'll just quite happily carry on with yeah, it's a great time because Aquarius is fine with this until you've got to tell them that you're not. Okay, right, for the Ace of Wands, please. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Seven of Swords reversed. You've got to drop the act, but that's again a challenge for you. And I don't mean act. I don't mean to call you out, Aquarius. I've been calling out a couple of people this reading. It's a deceptive energy, but the deception is coming from you. And people think of deception being a bad thing. No, people can be deceptive, hiding their good intentions. What you want, you're not trying to be selfish. You just want some direction, some closure maybe, something like that. You're not asking the earth, you're just asking for a need to be met. But you're probably giving up a front that I don't need that, I don't need it. Well, then they're not going to give it to you because they think that you don't need it. You're also worried you might find out some truth that you don't want to hear. That might also possibly be the case, but at least you'd have been heard. At least you'd have your answer instead of being left in this limbo, which I see you in. This Three of Cups limbo of everything's good and amazing when it isn't. It's just a facade. If you know the truth, and the truth might not be what you want to hear, then you can move on. Painful, yes, but you can move forwards. That was a hidden energy at the bottom of the deck that we saw, to move forwards. Your soul wants to move you forwards. The universe wants you to move forwards. And if it means hearing something painful, then you will recover from that, Aquarius, and you'll move on, and you'll find a Three of Cups situation that does want to hear you and what you have to say and your needs and tell you where things are going and reassure you. couple of things going on in that Seven of Swords there in reverse. And then the Page of Swords. Again, a lot of reluctance to actually gather the information here. Page of Swords in reverse. That's not seeing something coming, which is, again, if you don't speak up, you're leaving it into the hands of fate. And when the hands of fate intervene, you're not going to see it coming. It's going to take you by surprise, it will take them by surprise, and ultimately end you up both into a worse position. Having your needs met or communicating your needs early prevents resentment, it prevents anger, it prevents frustration, and sometimes a little tiny uncomfortable conversation with somebody that lasts 5 minutes can potentially save years of discomfort in connections that are not right, or connections that aren't communicating and both behaving in ways that they think is right but it's not. It misaligns you. And souls always strive for alignment. Okay, I'm going to get you some advice, Aquarius. Can I get some advice for Aquarius, please? Can I get some advice? Can I get some advice, please? Advice for Aquarius, please. Advice for Aquarius. Six of Arrows, Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Swords. You're going to have this uncomfortable conversation. At least you're showing me, look, the Six of Cups, there's a soul connection here involved, of course there is. And it's about, where is this going? How deep is this? Is this something you want to connect to long term? Is this something you can connect to long term? You are telling me it's uncomfortable for you. It's about being vulnerable. You're going to be vulnerable to them in hopes that they are then vulnerable in return. And that's the only way that it's going to help you move on. Six of Swords. It's moving forwards, moving on, forward momentum. Otherwise, you're just going to get stuck on this hamster wheel that you're currently on. Nine of Wands, bows. And yeah, about respect. If the other person respects you, they'll sit and have that conversation, no doubt. No doubt at all. Okay, Aquarius. I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy here with me, and if you want to take a deeper dive into this situation, Aquarius, please check the description box below for all of my reading links. I do one-to-one readings, and I also do written readings for your budget and your convenience. And with that, Aquarius, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care. Hello Pisces, my lovely Pisces people. I'm just cleaning up Aquarius's cards. I will be with you in a moment, my darlings. 1 second. Hello Pisces. Welcome to your 4 ACES reading. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the 4 ACES, there is a timestamp at the beginning of the video where I run through the spread and what it means. For those of you who are familiar, let's just jump into that Ace of Swords to see what's on your mind. Okay, can you show me my lovely Pisces, please? Can you show me Pisces? Pisces, please. Can you show me Pisces? Show me Pisces, please. Pisces. Show me Pisces, please. Oh, too many Pisces, sorry. We've got to keep going. Pisces, please. Can you show me Pisces? Pisces. Can you show me Pisces, please? Pisces. Ace of Swords, Pisces. What's on your mind, Pisces? What are you thinking about? Let us know. Spill the tea. 10 of Swords. Oof. Okay. 3 of Wands and the Emperor. Okay. Actually, it's not too bad. You're closing something out, but you're kind of happy about it, or at least you're like, yeah, okay. Once this is done, I can move on. You're sure you want to do it. You're like, yep, this is the right thing for me. I'm gonna close this off, and you're actively working off of closing something off or ending something, with the expectation that you will be able to move on once it's done. And you're being very firm about it. I don't see you singing and dancing past it, maybe some of you, but you feel good, you feel firm about it. You're like, it's almost like you're like, yeah, this is the right thing to do. I've completed this. There's no more for me to say, no more for me to do, no more lessons out of it, no more growth. It's almost like it's a natural closure or something. You're not resisting it. You're like, yeah. Part of you is just also maybe waiting for it to close, which might imply that you're not fully in control of it. There's another energy maybe involved in this, or something to do with time. You're like, yeah, as soon as that's done, then I can move on. And you feel good about it. Very confident. I like that energy, Pisces. Okay, right. Well, let's go to the Ace of Cups then. I'm not sure what it's about. Maybe the Ace of Cups will tell me. Okay, let's go to the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, please. The Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. The Two of Wands reversed. And we're not reversed. Okay. The Five of Swords reversed. And the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay. Oh, this is exhaustion. Yeah. Right, I think you're throwing me back in time here. To show me why you've reached this point with this thing that's ending. I think for a while you tried to hold it open in hopes that it would get you to where you need to go, that there was something to come of this, but I think over time it just got tiring. I think you might have been keeping that going by yourself there. Another energy involved. It wasn't seeing eye to eye. It just wasn't getting off the ground. You were throwing good energy at it. But you weren't getting any good energy back. It was just, you may as well have just kind of thrown your money down a well if this is a money issue. Same analogy for your feelings, your time, your attention, whatever you were giving to this to try and keep it open. You were like, you need to shut this down now, because if you shut that down, then it shuts down also the energy attached to it that you are having to give to it, because while it stays open, you still have to give energy to it. I don't know what we're talking about here. Hopefully this resonates. While it stays open, you're still feeding energy into it. So you're having to close it down, and you're like, okay, if I close it down, I get my energy back, I put it back into myself, Emperor, and then I can move on. Okay, well that makes sense. It had hope at one point, it had hope. It looked the part at one point. It looked to fit the bill, and over time, it was just a dud, really. It wasn't taking you anywhere. It wasn't doing anything. It was just conflict after conflict, or I don't want to say escalation, not escalation. Just not distortion. I can't think of the word. It just wasn't it, and it was just draining you of energy. So you're like, nah, okay, change of plan. We're shutting this down. We're going to do something else. Okay, good. But there's an element of waiting for this to shut down. And you're working on it. Okay, you're like, okay, watch this space, Lydia. Watch this space. Okay. Right, can I get the Ace of Wands, please? Ace of Wands. So what is it you want to do then? Is there anything else? Might not be yet, but maybe something's coming in towards you. Can I see the Ace of Wands, please, for Pisces? The Ace of Wands for Pisces. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're like, I don't know. It came out reverse, we take it reverse. The Hermit. Are you going to sit and think on it for a little while? Temperance in reverse. Oh, okay. Well, you're telling me you want to sit and think about what you want to do next after this, but you're also telling me you don't want to spend too much time thinking about it. Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I don't know if that's a soul connection that's currently on this journey with you, or you're closing out from a soul connection, or there's a soul connection coming in at the end of this journey. But you're like, I'm just going to take some time for myself. Oh, okay. You're like, I don't know. I'm going to sit and figure it out. I'm going to digest what has just happened. Take some time back from me, which, to be honest, if you've been throwing in energy towards something that's been draining you, it's a bit of a recharge period, but that recharge period does not last very long. Very short window in which for you to sit and think, get clarity over the situation, decide what it is you want to do next, where you're headed next. Also decide how this made you feel and what lessons you learnt from it, because you really don't want to get stuck in something like this again. So that's why you're like, I'm going to take a pause. So you're not, they say one door closes, another door opens. Yes, it does. You're staying in the foyer for a little bit. You know, you're staying in the hallway. You're not going to jump straight in the other door. So he's showing me, like, there is an open door, but you're going to, you don't know which one. Maybe there's several and you've not chosen yet. You're going to chill in the foyer a little bit, maybe take a little nap, get that energy up, you know, do the exit interview of whatever this is, and get that done, make sure it's all bound and sealed and you put it up on the shelf and that's done, and you're going to take some time to yourself, sit and be quiet for a little bit. This is all energetically speaking, and decide what it is you want to do. But that time is short, it's not very long. Okay, right, can I see the Ace of Pentacles, please? The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, please. So I keep trying to do my shuffling over here, like a little bit away from the microphone, because it gets loud. I'm working on it, guys. I am. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, please. Ace of Pentacles, please. Justice in reverse. You have lots of reversals coming out today, Pisces. The Devil in reverse, we reversed it back. And the Lovers, oh gosh. Okay, now I see why. Spirit's like, it's complicated here, it's complicated. For a short while, you're going to feel bad about this. This catches up with you later though. I don't think you need to feel bad about it. Justice is in reverse. The universe is like, Pisces, don't feel bad about this. This whole situation happened because it had to happen the way it happened. Yes, you have detached from whoever or whatever this is. Yes, you're going to miss it, and that's normal and part of life. Just because you miss something doesn't mean you should go back to it. But it's normal because you've been giving your energy to something. And as much as you know it doesn't serve you, as much as you know it hurts to even keep giving the energy, as much as you know it's a waste, it becomes a habit, and you're dropping a habit. And what happens is when we drop habits and we tell ourselves, no, that's not good for us, what happens? You want it even more. Yes. That could be you, it could be them. You want it even more. That you are saying to yourself, no, I've chosen to drop this. I see you actively reminding yourself, because the Lovers is a choice. Under Devil in reverse, I've chosen to drop this. That's what that became, a habit. Not a connection, not a soul bond. It was a habit you kept feeding into, because that's just what you got used to doing, even though you weren't getting anything out of it. But you knew it was doing what it was doing, but you... Justice in reverse, Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in the hidden energy. You're doing what's best for you, even though it doesn't feel like that after a while. And that's probably why you might be stopping in the foyer a little bit. Double check, do I really want to end this? Well, Justice in reverse comes up whenever you feel bad about it. It's your universe's way of patting you on the back and saying, no love, you did the right thing. Even though if it doesn't feel great. Okay. Can I please get some challenges? Oh, yeah. That was reversed. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Oh, that was sweet. Coming from you, it's a bit of like, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to do this alone. I don't want to tend my garden by myself. I don't want to build this business by myself. I don't want to do life by myself. You won't do life by yourself. In fact, Pisces, you're already by yourself. This person doesn't appear to be participating. They might be physically present, they might be giving you breadcrumbs, they might be doing bare minimum. You're already doing it by yourself, but you've got someone else kind of dragging along with you, and it's just going to make life heavier for you that way. As humans, we're not designed to carry the wants and needs of other people to that extent. Except saving your children or something like that, you know. The 7 of Swords on its side. You will, in time. You're telling me you don't have a plan. Yeah, but you've got one coming in. You're also kind of dropping a bit of self-deception here of, this might work out, this might be fine, the person might come back or start turning up for me, or this business might work out any day now, it's going to make some money, something like that. You're starting to drop that, but you're also in turn telling me a worry that you don't have an alternative plan. So as you were talking about the doors, one door closes, another one opens. It's like you can't find the door, but that's normal. The doors don't open immediately. Sometimes they do. Most of the time they don't. There's a little waiting period, which you're in over here. That's why you're hanging out in the foyer. You're waiting to see which door opens. One will open, I promise. It will. The universe hasn't forgotten you. It's not going to leave you stagnant, just wandering around the foyer in the dark. It will open a door for you. But it's natural to worry about that, Pisces. And that might have been what kept you chipping away at this for so long. You were under the illusion that it was your only door. Okay, right, the Ace of Wands, please. I mean, I'm saying this a little bit matter of fact. I don't want it to come across that way. What you're doing is incredibly difficult. That's why you've got Emperor energy to do it. You're showing me Emperor energy. You're like, I have to make a serious effort about this. And the universe is going to back you up energetically on that. Okay, can I please get a challenge or opportunity for the Ace of Wands, please? King of Cups on its side. Something's coming online for you. Self-love. You've learned a lot. You have learned a lot. The lesson hasn't fully integrated for you yet. It will, but it only will once you've taken some distance from the situation. You've got a macro perspective on all of it. You'll see exactly how much you've grown, how much you've learnt, and how unlikely you are to repeat this pattern again. The next door that opens isn't going to be another door like this. You've done this lesson. Done. Good job. Well done. Painful. Difficult. Long. Arduous. But complete. Almost there. You just need to spend your little time in incubation there in hermit mode in the foyer. And then the other door will open. Once Mr. King of Cups gets the right way up, which means you learnt a lesson on this. Emotional one. Painful one. But one that's going to keep serving you far beyond the span of time you spent learning it. Okay, right, a challenge and opportunity for the Ace of Pentacles, please. Yeah, there you go. Then your door opens. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is very much on it, right? He's slow, yeah, he's slow, but he has a vision. He has a goal and he moves towards it. That's when your door opens. But as the door opens, it's as you're progressing along, you start thinking, oh, maybe I'll go back and check on whoever this is. No, you're sticking to the plan, moving forwards. This thing is a lesson you've done with. You're telling me. I'm not telling you. Tarot's not telling you what to do. Tarot's reflecting back your own higher self, okay? You've dropped this attachment, habit, whatever it is, that you, of course, had feelings for, think well towards, and you liked it, but you made a choice. It's an active choice to drop it. And you're going to feel like it was a wrong move because it hurts. No, the injustice here is if you continue even longer feeling bad about this, because you've got things to do. You've been put on this earth for a reason, Pisces. The universe has a plan for you. That plan is going to start coming in motion after you've had this period of healing time with the King of Cups. Then you're moving on to the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to jump on there, probably towards the King of Pentacles. More stability, more abundance. Everything you could have asked for, Pisces. You're just you're in a holding period at the moment. Okay, let's get some advice for you. Can we get some advice for Pisces, please? Some advice for Pisces. Advice for Pisces, please. Advice for Pisces. Advice for Pisces, please. Four of Stones reversed. Yet the holding period is not going to last that long. We're not reversed. It's just a short pause. And then something new comes along. You put on a new plan. But in some ways you had to go through this in order to get to that. It's like levelling up through a computer game, right? You can't just jump from level 10 to level 30, right? You have to go through the stages, and this was a stage you're passing through. Okay? Short wait. Just a little. Yeah, then the Ace of Bows. There's just something new and exciting and wonderful that you've got something to look forward to. Followed by This is why you come here, Pisces, because your girl knows. The pole star, a brand new beginning, a brand new wish, a brand new future, a brand new hope and brand new dream. And look who's that. That little person on this card of the pole star, that's the Fool. That's a new beginning. You got 211 in that card. It's the Fool and it's the Star, which literally means a brand new path. That's your door opening there. We've got the Woodward, the Hermit at the bottom of the deck in the hidden energy after you go through this Hermit phase, after you close this off. Okay, Pisces, I'm going to have to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and hype, because that's the new thing we're doing around here. And if you want to take a deeper dive into this situation, please check the description box below for my one-to-one readings. I do written readings and I do Zoom readings, all sorts of readings for every kind of budget and every kind of situation. And with that, Pisces, I'm going to love you and leave you. Until the next time, take care.